What's going on, Landy boy?
Not much. What's going on with you, Tommy boy?
Man, here filming episode 9 of the podcast. How
You're
how have we made it
somehow,
this far?
somehow, some way, one episode away from double digits.
Is
This
this
is
gonna
the
be
welcome. Yeah,
27 hours of podcasting?
give or take. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the worst show on the internet, folks.
Well, it is gonna be over that because most of our episodes are
Yeah,
like 5-10 minutes over.
yeah.
It's not
Oh,
bad.
3.5. 3.5.
Yeah.
Our shortest video is 240, I believe.
And
So,
yeah, and that was the episode where you were having a bunch of audio technicalities and
yeah, yeah.
technical difficulties.
Oops. Yeah.
Combined two
Thanks,
words.
T-Mobile.
Yeah,
Thanks, T-Mobile.
yeah. So we had to cut that one short, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was all right.
And there's probably still more content in that we could have possibly used from episode 2, which is insane.
You know
By the way,
what? You know
you still
what?
have episode 3 titled episode 2.
I'll fix that. I,
We need to.
I'll fix that right now. All right, you guys ain't gonna be able to see me for well. Yeah, I'll do that so you can see me a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll still be here. I'm gonna fix it right now, live on air, because
There
that
is. I'm
bothers me
gonna do
too.
some- So, as we're saying earlier before, we started recording though, earlier today at work, by the way, yeah, I'm back to work now. More on
Oh,
that at a later time. But
uh,
we had a new, well,
oh no, no, after
we
this.
Dang it, but I had a new name idea for the podcast,
Yeah,
and
let's
it
talk about
seemed,
that.
yeah. So it's based on an inside joke we have running at work, where it's like we'll try to find a way to twist and make every job It could be like packing trash out at the end of the night, or moving boxes from one place to another. Me and Thomas always do stuff together. We try to find a way to make it a two-man job.
We made it a two-man
So,
job to get a pen.
so I could, but we also went in there to ask if we could take the same lunch and all that. So that's quite acceptable.
Hmm.
Anyways, uh, that gave me the idea. Since this podcast name is technically sort of taken, even though they don't really post as much as us. You know, we still use the name Unqualified Show. It's a name that's technically taken, but I had a new idea for a name. What if the name of the podcast becomes Two Man Job?
I
Now
do
I
think
got,
it's a pretty good idea, but
but
I
then you
feel
got
like
to get to the idea of
rebrands never go that well. But we're early enough into this that a rebrand isn't gonna matter and could actually possibly be favorable. So I think
especially because
we should leave it up to our two or three other subscribers that aren't us
uh
to tell us what to do. Leave your first comments on this video. Holy shit, my phone will not sit still. This is bothering the hell out of me. There we
but
go.
yeah, the
And
only
and
thing I
let us
have,
know, which name do
the
you
only
prefer?
concern I have,
Yeah.
yeah, the only concern I have is like, what if we bring on guests in the future? Would it still be a two-man job? Now, for certain guests, yeah, it'd be a
Guests,
two-man
yes.
job trying to
If
carry them through it.
yeah, if we ever
For
had a
people
third
like,
host, though, then the name wouldn't work.
would it be a full-time host or just guests occasionally?
Well, I mean, we're always gonna have guests. I mean,
Right,
that's
right,
what all podcasts do. But if
yeah.
at some point there was a guest that was funny enough or came on enough that we felt like they should be a third host, then two-man job wouldn't work. Where the unqualified show still would.
Right.
So it's
Uh,
hard to say. But
But what if we eventually become qualified? Get it? Like we're
yeah, I mean, you know,
then we transition full pivot, just change our name to the qualified show. Make a whole deal about it.
yeah. Shout out milk. Shout out
Shout out water.
Tajikistan. Shout
Shout
out
out
KFC.
KFC.
Shout out boat. Had to get our shout outs out of the way.
Get them all out.
Um,
Uh, Shout out
man,
Sean again.
yeah, man. If we were qualified, I don't know what we would be qualified in. 'Cause, 'cause, like, I don't know. I don't know what we would be qualified in. 'Cause, like, I don't know what we would be qualified in. I don't know what we would be qualified in. I don't know what we would be qualified in. I don't know what we would be qualified in. I don't know what we would be qualified in. I don't know what we would be qualified in. But I guess we could be the qualified show at that point.
Retardation. Retardation.
Already there.
I don't even know. I don't know if that's
I
a
got a
word, but yeah,
certificate.
that's what we're qualified in. There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, I mean that. I don't know if that's something you want a certificate in. Were you tested?
No.
Self-diagnosed?
I think so.
Like all the white chicks with depression in high school,
Well, no. All right, hold on.
posting sad
I've
Bart
been
Simpson edit.
meaning to sit up here for a while. I prefer this chair.
But we can
I
barely
need to
see
like
you though. It's the problem.
let me see if I can angle my camera up a little bit. I bet it'll work.
There you go, maybe. So, that,
Perfect.
that could work. It could work.
This is so much better actually. I really like this. Oh my god. You know, I think I'm fat, honestly. I'm just looking at myself in the camera. I think I'm fat.
You're ripped. You are absolutely ripped. You're jacked. You are muscular
I could be leaner though.
bodybuilder.
Yeah, but dude, I could have so many more striations and less belly fat.
You still got a lot more going on than me. Like I look pale on camera. Trust me, y'all. I'm not pale in IRL. In real life, I am
You can't see my shirt.
tan.
It's dark,
I'm
but
quite tan.
yeah, I'm there.
Bro, I listen real quick. Am I wearing this shirt? I think yes, I am. Listen, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but for future reference, if y'all want to like buy us gifts and stuff, I don't know why you would. The number
Oh,
one way to my heart, Thomas knows this too, is through some good old fashioned Dr. Pepper. Shout out, not sponsored by the way, but shout out Dr. Pepper. I can't like 2 or 3 cans a day without problem. Down them, crush them, no problem.
I'm so glad you carried me through that moment because I got a wicked forearm cramp flexing.
Ooh, yeah. I
Oh, that
I
hurts
kind of
so bad.
sensed it. I kind of sensed it, so I was like, okay, what can I do to like pivot but still make it funny? But yes. Dr. Pepper though, I adore it. I love it. I will always cherish it. It is the single greatest beverage ever made. Again, not sponsored. I would have to disclose that. But yes, I love it. Love it.
I'm gonna
Love it.
challenge you on that.
Okay.
Yoo-hoo.
I've never had it.
No
Never
way.
had it. Listen. You want me to tell you something real quick? I was at Food City tonight, right?
Mhm.
And for some reason, the Food City close to where I live, like right outside of my neighborhood, sells Funko Pops, right?
Okay.
One of them was a NASCAR driver who I don't know if he is anymore, but at one point, I according to the Funko Pop, was sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
Mhm.
I looked at it for like a solid 20 seconds. I'm like, should I buy a Bubba Wallace NASCAR driver pop figure just because it has Dr. Pepper on it? And I
Yeah.
eventually decided, you know what? Nah, it's not worth it.
Oh, man, I would have. Oh, I just thought about something. I don't know why I've never brought this up. I have a thing for drinking old Coca-Colas.
Huh?
So whenever I go to an estate sale, if I see that they have like old Coke
Right.
products, right? I look around for old sealed Cokes and I drink them.
Is it good?
They're fantastic.
Really?
So
Is it kind of like
I had one from '86 that was from a Walmart or not a Walmart, a supermarket in Colorado celebrating 80 years of being open. Um,
a?
it was like a special edition bottle, but it was from uh, fuck, what year? What did I say? '86?
Yeah,
Yeah,
86.
yeah, '86. And then the other one was from uh, God, what year was that? Uh, n- uh, 1978. That's when the other one was from.
78.
That one was the single best liquid I have ever drank in my entire life. I have never had
Really?
something that tasted that good, and I don't think I ever will until I find an older Coca Cola.
Is it like a wine situation where it just like gets better with age, or
Had to
what?
be.
Because
Well,
it's
that
like I
that and it was the old recipe, right? They had the old recipe. They made new Coke in the '80s, which pissed everyone off, and then they brought
right.
back the old recipe with corn syrup. That
Mm.
was the old sugar Coke. That was the,
So it's
like
like
that was the original not cocaine Coke.
I was
And
about to say, was it the one with Coke in it?
no, no, no.
Oh,
So I think just that formula is like the best thing Coca-Cola has ever made, and I will not stop drinking them.
I think my sister just got home. She's been with her boyfriend all day. I guess they just pulled into the driveway. Give me
See,
like 1 second. I'm gonna look and see if that's them. Literally maybe 5 seconds. I'm just gonna poke out the windshield real quick and see.
oh, the winch. Oh yeah, you're in an RV. I was like, windshield? How the fuck do you have a windshield? He's in an RV that you drive. I'm in a camper that you pull. Yeah. What's up, Landy?
Yeah, it's them. It's them.
Okay.
What'd you say for the 5 seconds I was gone?
I was like, why did he say he was going to the windshield? And then I remembered you're in an RV that you drive, and I'm in a camper that you tow.
Right.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
little
I,
different.
I I gave you an RV tour in the last episode.
Yeah, I know, but I was really high, man. You saw that dab I took.
And that's I mean it's Thomas for y'all. It's
I
the
love
man himself.
marijuana. That was actually one of my notes in the podcast topics folder was just man I love marijuana, and I ended up kind of fulfilling that by just going through all of my marijuana products that I keep around me. Um I didn't show you all the keef I have saved up in the bottom of my grinder that I'm going to turn into hash cuz I love
I don't know what
hash.
I don't know what any of that means.
Okay, so marijuana, the part that you smoke is a flower, okay?
Okay.
The part that gets you high is the THC. It grows on what's called a trichome, which is
Okay.
essentially tiny little stalks that grow off the end of the plant. As you grind that up, all those stalks will, separate from the plant. I mean, not all of them, but some of them. And if you have the right kind of grinder, it'll fall into a separate tray where all you get is like pure THC and just like some other cannabinoids. And you can press that into like a brick, and then it's like a sticky, like resiny thing, and then you can smoke that, and it's like 10 times stronger than just smoking the normal weed.
Hey. That's I don't know if I will ever need that for future reference, but
That was the
thanks
most
for the lesson.
nubile way that I could explain that.
Thanks for the lesson, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh,
anytime.
so for anybody who's unaware though, I'm gonna transition it now. Today, me and Tom beside each other for the first time at work in nearly 2 months. Again, I'm not gonna get into that right now,
Hmm.
but I had to
It
be
was
away from work for
emotional.
2 months. Yeah, but it was like if you ever seen Forrest Gump,
Yeah,
it's like Jenny running through the fountain to revisit Forrest after being separated for
exactly like that.
so long. That's it.
I literally
Like
grabbed
Tom.
Landon by the waist and picked him up.
Yeah, and instead of like Jenny and Forrest, it's Tommy and Landy Boy.
Yeah,
We had to
man,
had
I
our
almost cried.
we had to have I should say our first ever in-person chess game in over 2 months.
Yeah,
It was emotional. And do you mind telling them how those went, Tommy
I
boy?
think you beat me a lot, and I beat you maybe twice.
Yeah. Uh, no, I watched the Queen's Gambit. I mentioned this to you, but I watched the Queen's Gambit on Netflix. Great
Yeah,
show,
he's a
by the way. It's
cheater.
only 7 episodes. It's like a mini series, not even a show, just a mini series of 7 episodes, and it's so good. I watched that show one time. I think I'm an expert at chess. Now we'd been playing for months and months and months before that. Don't get me
Hmm.
wrong, but it's like something clicked in me after watching that, and all of a sudden I became just like
Magnus
great. I became
Carlsen.
incredible. Yeah. I turned into that Hikaru, that Asian dude that's like really, really good at chess, makes like videos about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I became that dude. Not as good as Magnus yet, but one day, one day.
And then Larry had the genius idea of making a chess bracket tournament thing
Well,
where
Caleb
everyone in.
mentioned that.
No, Larry brought it up. He brought it up to me and then told Caleb about it, and Caleb reminded him about that today.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, he wants to make a like a I mean, y'all know how brackets work. I don't have to explain them.
Yeah.
Where everyone in games has to play chess to see who's the best.
Ooh, good work. Good work.
Yeah. Thing is, when are we all gonna have the time to play each other in games of chess?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Sean's gonna win the whole thing anyway, most likely.
Exactly, exactly. We already know he's the best.
I
Like,
feel like the final would be me versus Sean,
I,
or you
I've
versus Sean.
played most of the people in our area at least.
Hmm.
Not up top because I'm
No,
never up
there's no
there, but
chess set.
yeah. But everyone where I work, like I've played them in chess, and they all suck. So like, it's gonna be you, me, and Sean in the top three. I don't know who's gonna
And
be
then
fourth, but like,
maybe Larry
it
himself.
probably.
We love Larry, by the way.
And then
I don't know
Sean's
if we're
gonna
allowed to,
end
I
up
don't know if
winning.
we're. I don't know if he wants us to say his name on the podcast.
Who
You might
cares?
have to. Let me just say, I only have positive things to say about that guy.
Exactly.
Only
We're
positive things.
like, we
Only
will
positive
literally
thing.
never say a bad thing about him because there's nothing bad to say about him. He's just a
He
fantastic
is.
person.
He is just like pure positive energy.
He is pure, happy, joyous grandpa energy.
Like he like I've never met a person who cares more about their employees than our team leads. No, all of them.
Yeah.
They are genuinely some of the greatest people I could have ever asked for as bosses. Like we're just smiling
It's
thinking about
true.
them, man.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
smiling
thinking through
thinking about them.
every single team lead, and I'm like,
Yeah,
man, yeah, they're all great.
they all are really really great in their own individual ways.
Yeah.
In the end, it's all like a family.
I feel like that's really what the whole park is about, anyways. Is like just a bunch of cool people being cool, doing cool shit.
It's like like Dollywood tried to promote all these like wholesome values. I'm willing to bet that 85% of the people who work there in some way, shape, or form do not adhere to those values at all outside of work. Like you,
Um, I
half the people where we work.
I'm not gonna say who. I happen to know someone at Dollywood that may have done an undoable deed to a person. You know,
Is it somebody that I know?
no.
Okay, gets. I was kind of worried that it's somebody
Yeah.
that I knew, and I would have just been like, I'm worried regardless.
No,
Let
no,
me
no, no, no.
just get out
See,
there.
see. Okay, this is a very, very old person that works in the park, and they did a bad deed a long time ago, and they're very
Oh,
regretful
okay.
over it.
But it's not somebody that I would know.
You might meet him eventually, actually. Now that I think about it.
Eventually?
Yeah, what? I'll tell you who later, and then you might. No, you actually no, you definitely wouldn't know who they are. They haven't been there yet today.
Today? Okay. Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show like anyone can get a job there if you're a good person now.
Yeah.
Even if might have been like
It's
a
like if
serial
you
killer in a
nail
past life.
yeah, if you nail the interview, you're just kind of like smooth sailing. If you just do your job, you know,
And
there's
there's some
people
like definite
there's
heavy
people
drug
yeah.
users there.
There's people in all departments who do like the bare minimum, and
Dude,
they
we
keep
work
their
with a
job season
schizophrenic
to
guy.
season. We do?
Yeah?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yes, you do. Wait, he left the bottle of meds out. That said schizophrenia on him.
Oh yeah,
That
now
guy,
I
yeah.
forgot. I forgot about that. Been
hmm
so long ago. Oh man, love him though. Love him
Yeah,
still.
that guy's
We're not
fantastic.
gonna
He doesn't
we're
even
not gonna say
speak
names.
English, but, like, he's fantastic. I mean,
We're
he
not gonna
used
say
to.
names. We're not gonna say names. We can't. We cannot say names
No.
for reasons because he's just too wholesome though. Love him. Love
Yeah,
him to
I mean,
death.
he's a great guy. He just screams at shadow people when he's at home. He doesn't do it at work. I've never seen him have a
What do
schizophrenic
you
moment at work.
what do you mean by shadow people? Do you mean like people who are shadows or people of a darker complexion
Mm, you know,
or both? Or both?
uh, uh, it's hard to describe what a shadow person is. It's like you see like a shadow move like out of the corner of your eye, and it looks like a person moving, and then you look and it's gone. You know?
Right. Right. Okay. Which okay. Well, while we're on
What?
the topic of work, let me just say,
Can
I
I
again I
hold
don't
on?
know to what.
Can I just say
Oh,
Dollywood and Hershey Enterprises are some of the best companies to work for. We
yes.
absolutely love and respect them and all of their values. If we've broken any rules, we deeply apologize. God bless
Say
Dolly
again.
Parton, Dollywood, and Hershey Enterprises.
Listen again. Just the
Hands to the
legally
Lord, we love them.
yes, just legally binding, statement that I used in the last episode. We do not speak for Dollywood. We do not speak for the department we work for. We do not speak for our superiors. We do not speak for the brand, the company, Hershey Family Entertainment. We do not speak for Dolly Parton, okay? We do not speak for anybody else associated with the park
Just
other than
us.
ourselves. I
Yeah.
think that gets us out of all trouble, right? That gets us out of legal trouble.
It has to.
As long as I'm saying we do not speak for the company
Yeah.
whatsoever, we just so happen to work for
We're
the
only
company.
speaking on our perspective of experiences that may or may not
Hey,
have transpired.
yeah, for all you know, this could be hypotheticals.
Like
This could
I
be
said on
dreams.
episode 3, this is all Reddit post. We have a script that we memorized before this episode of literally everything we're going to say down to the word. Like, we plan everything.
So like that's it's all like everything I'm saying right now scripted. I've memorized a
Exactly.
3-hour script,
You
much like
guys
a
don't know
person
this.
in a
I
play
spend 14
memorizes a
hours a day
script.
writing these episodes. I don't actually have a job. I don't work at Dollywood. I write this.
I'm just a semi-sentient being just here,
You guys have never seen
regurgitating
Landon's legs, and the reason for
regurgitating.
that is he's actually a minotaur. He's half goat.
Okay, well, oh no, I can disprove that right now. Let me show y'all a
We're
little
starting to
something here.
only feed early, huh?
No, no, okay, not for free, not for free. But here they are, human legs wearing
All three of
pants.
them.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's a little generous, Tommy boy.
Yeah. Hey, I mean,
Now,
you
anyway,
you look
as I
like you're
was
packing.
as I was gonna say previously though. We do not speak for Hershey Family Entertainment. We do not speak for Dollywood. We do not speak for our employers, our superiors, our coworkers. We speak for ourselves. That being
Yeah.
said, uh, so are we only talking about like personal experiences like that have occurred just like at one moment during the day, like such as today?
I think we can talk about anything that doesn't break the rules or isn't about guests
Okay,
or
so I
like
can tell.
upcoming
Oh,
events and stuff.
so I cannot tell the story about me explaining the rules, and then 2 seconds later I have to explain them again to the person behind them.
No, we gotta save that stuff for after the season.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, just know that whenever me and Thomas are both gone from Dollywood, there's gonna be an episode sometime in the future, months from now, most likely,
Couple
of
weeks.
just yeah, a couple weeks.
Well, see, during the time
'Cause you said
between
you're gonna stay for your bonus.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Are
see,
we?
here's the thing. During the time between seasons, we're not legally employees of the company, right? That's why we're on unemployment. it's
Oh,
actually considered a
smart,
mass layoff.
smart.
So we're not employees of Hershey Family Entertainment at that time, so we can say anything we want about the park
Ooh.
during that time. And if they later choose not to rehire us, I'll go find another job.
Fair play, fair play. So sometime within the next couple months, maybe a few weeks from now, we're gonna have a whole episode. It's gonna be a major hit piece
It's gonna be
on
7 hours long
yeah.
of us just shitting on former host, current
Maybe
host, guests,
it'd be like the
superior,
episode 30 special probably at
everything.
that point, right?
Yeah.
It'd be like an episode 30 special maybe. If we somehow make it to that point.
So I'm just probably gonna be like
Which
20 realistically. No, 20's got to be a
20.
conspiracy theory episode. We said that it's gonna be
What am
every
I
20 episodes. I gotta start planning mine. Uh,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
coming
got
on
to.
quick. But
It
maybe 21. That'll be our
it has
Dollywood
been
expose.
I have no clue how we've made it so far as we have without getting like taken down. I mean, we don't really have a big enough audience to get taken down or a big enough reach to get taken down.
Yeah.
But speaking of channels got taken down, that reminds me. I sent this to you, but I was in my hometown, like where close to where I live, coming back from work, and you know what I saw on the road? The SML or Super Mario Logan tour bus.
Oh yeah, you put a picture of it up.
Yeah, yeah, I sent that to you. I thought I sent it to you directly too.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
Yeah. So I'm behind the SML tour bus, and we pull. It has just a giant picture of Jeffy on the back.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, wow, that's crazy. The people who made it might be on that bus, driving through right close to where I live. Kind of crazy. Insane.
You know what else is crazy?
What's that?
That one time this Indian woman swapped out her husband's anal lubricant with super glue so that he got stuck inside his gay lover, and they had to go to a hospital
Oh.
to get surgically removed from each other. And there's a video of them walking out of their house, like wrapped with a couple towels, and they're very clearly stuck together, and they both just like jump in the back seat of a taxi laying down and get driven to the hospital.
Where do you find this stuff?
The internet.
That's awful. That
I
there
mean,
there's
if
you
you're a woman in India, already you're filthy, your husband's filthy, everything around you's filthy, and you think he's fucking another dude in his curry stained asshole?
oh
Dude, that's not okay. Like, you gotta do something about that. I'm on her side with this.
yeah that I but I feel like whenever we do eventually visit Asia, like we got to visit other countries than just Tajikistan, right? But like Tajikistan's gonna be
Yeah.
the brunt of it. It's gonna be the main part.
Dude, I said we
There's
have to
no way we
go.
visit India.
I said we have to do an Indian street food challenge where we go to India and try to survive 24 hours eating only street food.
But then
And the
again, if
challenge is to see
there's
who dies
anybody
first.
there's anybody in India who's like somehow listening to this, I know they're gonna murder us just for barely talking bad about their country.
I love Pakistan.
I
Pakistan
become
is
fighter.
Pakistan is the third best country on earth. USA, Tajikistan, Pakistan. And then
I
all the
become
way
fighter pilot.
way
I
down at the bottom,
destroy
all
India.
like you gotta go like way down, all the way at the bottom, 192, the very worst country on earth, India.
Yeah, I mean,
And then above
worse
that you
than
got like the Congo and like I don't know, Ukraine. Like you got some like
worse
shitholes above
than
that, but it's not
worse than
India.
North Korea, worse than Russia, worse than China, worse than all the African countries that sticks are made of like mud and or
Mhm.
houses are made out of sticks and mud and have a dirt floor. Even
Yeah.
those are better than India. Because at least they have reasons to be unsanitary there. India, you know, 1.3, 1.4 billion people. You think one of them can figure out indoor plumbing and showers and stuff, you know? You think one of them could figure that stuff out.
All they know how to do is work the call center, make street food, and shit on the street. That's like
You ever
their
seen those
version
videos
of
like,
white girls only know how to, or black girls only know how to like eat hot chip, twerk, and talk on the phone, or whatever the meme
or,
is.
I think white girls only know eat hot chip, but it's eat hot chip, cry, be bisexual.
Something like that, yeah.
It's
There's a
something like
million
that
of them.
for, so yeah, something like that. I remember eat hot chip, cry, bisexual is like one of them.
Mm.
Man, what was I gonna say a few months ago before I forgot?
Probably something to do with Tajikistan.
Oh no, okay. I was gonna say, remember there was like I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's like this guy will call these Indian call centers and troll them whenever
Oh,
acts like an old yeah,
um,
he acts like an old
God, what's his name?
grandma or he acts like a helpless dude or whatever, and he just like fall like he acts like he's gonna fall for it, but he eventually ends up scamming them. He finds their location, like hacks their webcam,
Is it like
ends up showing them.
is it like Kubota or something? No, or like K. It starts with a K. It's something like that. Yeah, man, that guy is hilarious. He'll like buy a $300 Google gift
Yeah,
card, and then they'll be like, okay, so just give me the code, and then he's like, okay, so I just enter it here, and he's like, why are you redeeming? Don't redeem! No, no! Because this guy's realizing he's losing 3 months of wages because
yeah.
he's just redeeming a gift card he bought for himself.
I'm trying to figure out what his name is.
It starts with a K. Just look up like Kubota Indian prank
It's
call or Kickboda or something like that. Man, we'll find it.
eventually Scammer Payback or Scam Beta. There's a few of them. It's Kit Boga is one of them, but
Yeah, Kit Boga.
I, I was I was thinking Scammer Payback is one that I like to watch. Shout out
Oh,
Scammer Payback.
man, I love Kit Boga.
And I know I mentioned this in the last episode, but I just want to give another shout out. Alex Rosen, Gideon, and Skeeter Jean again, keeping Preds off the streets. I cannot thank them enough for what they do.
I want to give a shout out to Alex Jones. I want to give a shout out to Alex Jones again.
Right.
I want to give a negative shout out to the judge who ruled against him in that Sandy Hook case. I want to give
Was
a double
that was the
negative shout
experience.
out to the Onion for trying to buy Alex Jones. That's fucked up. Um, yeah, shout out Alex Jones, man.
Alex Jones,
They're putting chemicals in the water. It's
he
making
is
the freaking frogs gay.
he is an anomaly
He's
to
never
say the
been
least.
wrong.
He is one of the most. I mean, I don't know even how he got his job or his role in the
He
public eye.
has been an independent reporter since the early 90s doing this, and he has been right
Really,
about everything that he has ever said.
I feel like you and me could go into something like that on the side. Like,
Who
obviously,
says
we'll
I'm not
never
doing it
be
now?
at his level. Fair play. I mean,
What's to say
I
this
could
isn't
see
a
you doing that.
massive psyop? You never know. We could be
I
pushing an agenda right now.
the agenda that
We're trying to ungay the
you know,
frogs. We're trying to make the
we're
frogs
trying to
straight
like
again.
we're trying to turn Tajikistan into a global superpower.
We're trying to equip Tajikistan with nuclear warheads. Wait.
We're
No, no,
trying
no.
to turn
Hold on. That's a joke. That's a joke. We're talking about Minecraft right now. It's not
in
serious.
Minecraft.
No one take that seriously.
In Minecraft. In
We are
Minecraft.
not bringing anything that could be used for any sort of danger to the Middle East. All right, now that
Right.
we got that cleared up, We're going to Tajikistan for KFC and chicken burger.
We're going to Tajikistan for Buzkashi and mountains.
Exactly.
Shout out Buzkashi.
Shout out Buzkashi, man. Shout out Tajikistan again.
This episode is gonna be shout out. Okay, listen.
We should have
For
an
anybody
episode
who's
that's 3
unaware,
hours of us finding things to shout out. Shout out Britney Spears.
the April for an April Fool's episode, maybe
Oh, that would be good. We're doing that.
present a slideshow. We gotta present a slideshow though, like 500 slides, and it just take like 3 hours to get through shout outs and reasons.
Eventually, we're gonna be like, shout out to this grain of sand. Shout out to this leaf I found. Shout out to the back left window of this '07 Honda Civic. Shout out to that star over there.
Shout out to this kitchen towel sitting in my RV right now.
Shout out to the gray part of my robe.
Shout out to hold on, give me a second. Shout out to this booth that I'm sitting in right now.
Shout out to
It
the
will just
prison
like
guard
go
that kept
on.
Brittany Griner in check when she was in that Russian gulag.
Shout out to the one guest today who did not ask me how much a voucher costs.
Yeah.
That's probably pushing it. There was probably less than one person who asked
Do you want to
or
talk
didn't ask, I
about
should say.
our would-be guest tonight and why he's not here?
I'll leave that up to you.
So there's this guy we work with. I won't
I'd
name
met him for
drop
the first
him.
time today.
I won't name drop him. He's been working there for like 2 weeks. He's pretty cool. We told him we had a podcast. And we're like, do you want to be a guest? Do you want to come on for like an hour? And he's like, oh yeah, I'd love to be a host. I'll come on every episode. I'll do it with you guys. It'll be our show. And me and Landon both look at each other and we're like, no. No, you can come on like once or twice.
Yeah. We got to keep like a natural flow of guests coming through. You feel me?
Yeah. And then he's like, all right, well, yeah, I'll get your Snapchat at lunch. Or Discord at lunch. We'll talk about it. And we did not see him at lunch. We ate our lunch so fast and then went back to play chess and went home. And
Yeah. So
yeah.
it was an interesting encounter.
The thing is, if
I
we
mean,
had procured
no,
his
no
online
hard feelings.
information, he'd probably have been on tomorrow's episode. By tomorrow, I
Right.
mean our tomorrow, not your tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're gonna see this like, or see that like,
We're
4 days after. But
yeah, we're doing something unprecedented right now in that we're
we're trying to
recording
get guests
episode on the back-to-back night. We're recording episodes back. We
3
recorded an episode
nights in a row.
last night, tonight, and maybe tomorrow.
I
Maybe we
got
can get
nothing to do
Sean
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Ooh,
Yeah, maybe we can get Sean as a guest tomorrow
I think we
if he's not
could.
working.
Oh, no, I think he has Fridays and Saturdays off. He might be working
Hey,
Sunday.
there we go. We could bring on Sean. I don't know if he has a face cam, but we could interview him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, however it has to work, that's fine. I want to get
Yeah, I mean,
disgraced movie producer Roman Polanski on here. Only because
man,
we were talking about doing what do we call them? When we bring someone on to like just bully them for as long as they stay on.
I have no clue.
Humiliation episodes. I want to have a humiliation
Right.
episode with Roman Polanski. I want to be like, hey man, why
I
did
mean,
you
that,
rape a 13-year-old and then live in a cave in France? It's kind of weird.
okay, here's what I want to do. I want to bring on. You know who Scooter Braun is?
I've heard that name.
Okay, so he's somebody that all the Swifties hate. Okay, I want to bring him on here, but instead of humiliate him, I want to just give this man all the praises and cheers and props he deserves. Because he is the reason that Taylor Swift doesn't own any of her original recordings, and it was her time and money and record all her songs again, and they come out sounding even worse than the first time.
Mm-hmm. I
You know
agree.
the reason that all these Taylor's version songs exist? Because that man right there, because he refused to hand up. Which, by the way, he is like legally he has the right. Like she does not own the original recordings. She was signed to a record company who owns the original recordings.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift fans, Swifties, cannot seem to comprehend this fact that she does not own the songs that she released under a record company because that was not in her contract.
Yeah.
The record company owns them.
That's a big
So
L
just
for Taylor.
yeah, I mean
I mean,
Taylor
Kanye
Taylor
made that bitch
Swift.
famous.
Me and you were quoting that song earlier. Truly a modern day poet.
You know
You think
what?
of some of the greatest poets of all time. Kanye West is one of them.
The more I think about it, I kind of think Kanye should not have interrupted her at the VMAs. Let me tell you why.
Because he made her famous, and that sparked a whole nother thing.
No, well, sure, he did make her famous, but he stopped her to thank who?
Beyonce.
You know why?
Beyonce is evil.
Beyonce is so infatuated with being known as the biggest, the best, whatever it is. She wants to be known. She wants everything to be about her. She
Even though
had
most of her
Aaliyah
music
killed.
sucks.
She had Left Eye killed. She had some other famous female singer killed whose name I can't remember. And who did she have kill them? Sean Diddy Combs. Now, when she was at the VMAs that year, she had put out, I believe it was either like Put a Ring on It or All the Single Ladies or like, one of those really trashy songs that she puts out.
Yeah.
And she made a music video for it, and she was expecting to win that year's VMA for the best music video. And they gave
Hmm.
it to Taylor Swift. So Kanye sees Beyonce pissed off, rushes on
Hmm.
stage, grabs the mic, goes, Taylor, I'm gonna let you finish. I just gotta
Hmm.
say, Beyonce had one of the greatest music videos of all time. The lights shine on Beyonce. The cameras all pan to Beyonce. She's sitting there going, "Oh my God, whatever." Kanye did that to save Taylor's life.
I can maybe sort of see that. I don't know about the whole like conspiracies about her killing people, but I
Did he
can
kill Michael
kind of
Jackson?
sort of did.
Yeah, dude, they lived like
I
pretty close to each other, and there's a tunnel connecting to their houses.
I never knew that. Never heard about that.
Hmm.
What do you think about the whole like Neverland stuff with Michael Jackson?
I don't know that much about it, but I know on the remix of Chloroseptic by Eminem that has 2 Chainz on it, he says Never Never Land shit came with a Ferris wheel. So I assume Michael Jackson
Yeah.
owned a Ferris wheel. And I know he owned a
He
train.
basically had his own like amusement park set up
Yeah,
that he would like bring kids to.
I know about that. I know he'd bring kids over. I know he had a monkey servant that would bring them Capri Suns.
Yeah, like one of the explanations I've heard for it is that he was trying to give these kids a childhood that he never had because he was like put into the spotlight immediately, never got to do anything fun,
Mm-hmm.
never got to go to theme parks and stuff growing up. So he, brings these kids. Just I don't know how we got access to them, by the way. But he'd bring kids to his like Neverland park, and he'd just let them ride and all that. He had like a swimming pool with a diving board, which having a swimming pool that you take little children to, not creepy at all. You ever
You
seen the video
know,
with him and Macaulay Culkin?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a iconic one.
You know, I it, when when you put it in the way of like bro's got like an amusement park for a house and a pool, and he's bringing kids
Yeah.
over. It does sound weird when you think about this guy was the biggest superstar on earth, and he had a super cool house, and some of his fans got to go to his house and bring their kids, and not only did
Right.
they get to hang out with Michael Jackson, but their kids got to hang out in a fucking amusement park. That's
Yeah.
incredible. That is
Have you
legendary shit.
have you ever seen like the area view of that place?
Yeah, it's massive.
It's like just Michael Jackson, bro. He was. I know he was loaded, but having a whole like amusement park was crazy. Basically, like Disneyland knockoff, kind of. If you look at some of the pictures from it.
I forget
But yeah.
exactly how it went with his like record label stuff, but I think he was like signed to someone for a little bit, made them a ton of money that like they didn't want to give him, or and like he didn't own his masters or something, and then
Right.
he went with a different recording company, made like $1 billion, and I think it was Sony was the first one he was with, and then he like bought a majority share of Sony, and became like one of the biggest shareholders of the entire company, and then like gave himself his own masters.
Oh.
Like dude was
Hey.
on some like rich genius mastermind shit.
That reminds me of a story. I don't remember who it was, but there's some sort of like beef or somebody bought out all the original recordings of somebody else's masters and stuff. They couldn't perform. I don't remember who it was.
So it was, oh, I think
See,
it
like,
was either the Eminem Show, Curtain Call, Encore,
yeah,
one of those albums, uh,
yeah,
where Just Lose It was on there, and he makes fun of Michael
right,
Jackson. He says, "I don't touch on everything
yeah,
but
that's
little
who it
boys,
was.
and that's not a stab at Michael." Yeah, and then in the music video, he dresses up as Michael Jackson, and Michael was so pissed off by that he bought all of Eminem's original recordings and
That's who it
masters and all
was.
that stuff up till that point.
Yeah, and so the Eminem just couldn't like profit off of them.
Yeah, he makes no money from them,
Now,
and he can't like remix
now that
them or
was
ever use them again.
now that was pretty petty,
Yeah,
but it was
kind
still
of
funny
funny
because it's
though.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like imagine being Eminem and
Now,
it's and like Paul Rosenberg calls you and goes, hey Em, Michael Jackson just bought all of your masters. You're fucked."
you're on your own.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
It's like I I can like get having a beef, but like if you're gonna spend that much money, you know, what's the point?
I don't know.
There's no way it was cheap to buy all of Eminem's masters and all that. Because keep in mind, he's probably
Had to be tens of
one of the top.
millions.
He had to be like one of the top like 3 or 5 biggest rappers in the world at that point.
He was like top 10 artist in the world at that point.
Right. Well, that was like the time like rap was starting to take off though.
Hmm.
Like become what it how big it is today.
Dude, I don't know why. I just found out a couple days ago that he has a song with Biggie.
He does?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It's from like a couple months before Biggie got shot.
I thought Eminem didn't really get his start until like around the time Biggie died.
So he started rapping in '85. He got kind of big in
Yeah.
I think '92 or '93, just in the Detroit area.
Okay.
And I think
Okay.
Biggie got shot in like '96, which was when
Right.
his album Infinite came out, which was his actual debut album. And then the Slim Shady LP came out in '99, and that was what went super viral and got him like mainstream famous. But
Mm,
he was pretty big before
gotcha.
that and had quite a few other projects.
It's like I knew that he was starting in the 90s and all that. I didn't know that there was like any like collaboration between them. That's
Hmm.
insane.
Like if you look at Kendrick Lamar's discography on any of his like public
Mm.
profiles, it only goes back to the what is it, like the Black Rose EP or whatever it's called. But he has 4 or 5 other albums from like years before. He started rapping in 2009. He has an album from like 2011, 2012, and like a couple more before that. They're all okay. I mean, it seemed like he like figured out how to write and made that album and then just kept
Yeah,
going from there. Because his other ones
yeah.
are, I mean, I don't want to say shitty because they're like there's
Yeah.
talent in them, but just the
The
production and the
recordings.
mixing of it and the quality of it is terrible. Like he has
It's
one
like,
whole album where you have the beat in your left ear and his voice in the right ear.
oh, I mean, I'm sure there's an audience for that somewhere.
Yeah, I mean I've listened to it.
Not us, not us,
I
but
don't
there's
listen
an
to it
audience for it
still, but I
somewhere.
have listened to it. And it's not bad.
And I've not really got much into Kendrick. Like I'm just now really starting to delve into that sort of thing. I've been on my like I said yesterday, rock and girly pop kind of era for a long, long time now. I don't know why. Again, I just want to I'm unashamedly say I will get down to some like girly pop, some Katy Perry, some
Oh
Dua Lipa, some just stuff like that. I get down to that stuff. I vibe with that stuff. I know you don't like hear it, Thomas.
man, look, the kind of girl pop I'm into, dude. Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy. All right. Uh,
That's more like punk. It's more
okay.
like
Well,
late
I'm
punk.
into like 2000s pop music. Well, I mean I'm mostly
She
into
was a
rap, but I do
skater
like
boy. He
2000s
said,
pop music.
wait.
Yeah. Or
He was
like
a skater boy. She said, see you
oh man,
later,
what's that
boy.
song? Dude,
Hey,
Blondie,
hey,
One Way or
you.
Another.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
that's one way or another.
another.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
find
find
you.
you. I'm
You
gonna get you. Yeah.
get you one
Um,
way or another. It's a
who the fuck
banger.
wrote Barracuda? Was that Heart? Dude,
Heart,
banger.
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a rock song though.
Oh
Man, I guess I like female rock more than female pop.
Barracuda.
Oh,
Bro,
dude,
female
Rebecca
rocking
Black
like the
Friday, Kesha,
bro.
TikTok. Uh, dude, Britney
Listen,
Spears. I
Kesh,
fuck with everything Britney Spears has ever made. I love
bro,
Britney.
Britney, yeah, bro, Britney Spears. I
Goes
wish
hard.
I was alive. I wish I was alive during her prime because,
I was.
bro, Britney Spears, like 20s, like 20, like Britney Spears in her 20s is like a top 15 female to ever be
Oh
attractive.
yeah.
I don't know what happened to her, other than drugs, of course.
Yeah.
But like early to mid 20s, Britney Spears, man, I would sacrifice my left nut
I'd
for
sacrifice
like
both of them.
bro, for like Britney Spears in her prime, mid like early mid 20s Britney Spears, I would ooh
And like her music was just
man,
fantastic, man. Like Oops I
bro,
Did It Again
Britney
is like one of my
Spears,
favorite songs.
yeah. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Dude, Babytron's remix of Oops I Did It Again goes insanely hard.
Yeah.
Like it just goes to show that like just everything she does is incredible no matter what genre it is, no matter who's going on it, like just everything about her just makes everything incredible. She owned the 2000s. She deserved it.
I mean, like she would have been in her prime around the time you were born, though, wouldn't she?
I thought she was like a teenager when I was born. Because
She was
I
about
know when
like,
she dropped a lot
like
of her music videos, she was like 16, 17.
right, but like I'm saying, like when she was, adult, like 20, 21 years old, is like around she peaked.
Yeah, I don't know when she was born.
And it's like I just now looked it up. She would have been 22 whenever you were born.
Okay. Hmm. Thought she was
Yeah.
younger. Wait
She
a
was
second. God.
born. was born in 1981.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, she was born in 81.
Oh, no way, I do have it. I have an iPad. Is it?
What do you need an iPad for?
Well, I'm using my phone for a flashlight, so I figured I'd use this to, like, use the internet whenever I need to look something up.
Oh, smart, smart.
Yeah, it's dead, though. Dead as fuck. Let me get my charger off my phone. Yeah, this shit's charged. So, I think we need to do another game night soon. But,
Right, maybe like once per like few episodes. I don't know. We'll work
yeah,
it out.
just whenever it feels right. But, we need to play. What the fuck is wrong with my light? Hold on.
Oh gosh, that didn't take long. I feel like we need to have an
There
unqualified
we go.
kitchen episode sometime soon.
Ooh, I love cooking and baking.
Bro, it's like I don't know how to make very many meals, but I can make some like mean breakfast things.
Yeah, I'm totally
Hold up, I'm
down.
getting a call. Can you entertain the listen, I'm getting a call. Can you entertain
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guest while I
Take
step
as
out for a
long as you
moment?
want. Take all the
All
time
right,
you need. So, while Landon's taking his call, I'm supposed to entertain you guys. Thing is, I have no idea what to do. Honestly, I'm really tired because I don't sleep very well. So I don't know what to talk about. Frankly, usually my brain is full of ideas. It's kind of empty right now. So I just gotta kind of ramble on until Landy Boy gets back and we can entertain ourselves again. Um, shit, man. I don't know. Dude, I drank some cream soda today. I think I talked about it on the last episode that, like, I keep forgetting the freestyle machines have cream soda in them. And I always want to get it when I go over there. And then I get something else because I always forget they got cream soda. But today I was like, hey, I remembered. I'm going to get me a little cream soda. So, I got my, like, once a week soda pop with some cream soda. And, it's good. It's the zero sugar cream soda because, you know, I mean, look, I get the artificial sweeteners are bad, but sugar's also bad. And if I can get less calories, I feel like that's generally a pretty good thing. But I don't know, man. That's just how I feel. I like trying to be healthy, but not really being healthy. Like I oh shoot, we got Landy Boy back. All right.
Yeah, I got a call from a friend I had to take. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's good. Oh, good.
So it so for the minute and a half I was gone, what were you saying?
I was just talking about how I got a zero sugar cream soda at work today, and how I don't normally
Okay.
drink soda except for maybe like once a week. And it was just really nice. And then I was talking about how even though artificial sweeteners are bad for you, like sugar's still bad for you. And if I had to choose between like getting gut cancer or being fat, I would choose gut cancer. So that's why I got the diet version. And that's about as far as I got before you came back.
Okay. My go-to, since we don't have Dr. Pepper at Dollywood, I always get Pib. It's
Oh
not the
yeah.
same, but it makes up for it. Or let me put y'all on something. If you're at a Coke freestyle machine, lime Coca-Cola.
Are you trying to prank the
You like
guest
it?
right now? Are you trying to get them to try the worst drink on earth?
No, it is so good.
It's
It is
so
so good.
bad.
Or
It's so bad.
Lime
It's
Coke,
the worst
or
thing.
lime Fanta. Bro, it's not really sour at all. It tastes just like
All right,
lime mixed with Coke, and it's so good. It is so good. You can't get
lime
it bottled or
Fanta.
canned.
Lime Fanta is decent. Lime Coke is one of the worst
So
thing that's
good.
ever been made. It's definitely the worst thing in the freestyle machine.
No,
Yeah.
lime Coke is so good.
No.
So good.
No.
I I love it. I love it.
I
I
hate
love it.
it.
So good.
I don't think flavored Cokes are that good.
I mean, cherry Coke is like
Okay,
a top ten.
Cherry Coke is a classic. Everything
Yeah,
else
cherry
kind of
Coke's like
sucks.
top 10 thing ever. Cherry Coke is a top 10 thing ever. I'm talking like up there with like the invention of medicines and the
For
invention of the
sure.
automobile, steam engine. Cherry Coke
I
is
gotta
up there in
agree
the
with you
top
there.
10.
I gotta agree with you.
Indoor plumbing, irrigation, and then cherry Coke is up there in the top 10.
Yeah.
You can give me your military tanks or your firearms or your microwave oven or your conventional oven or convection, whatever it's called. Your normal
Convection oven,
ovens.
yeah.
Convection oven, yeah. Convection oven. Although it is conventional because it is the traditional that most people use. So
I
both of those are
suppose.
technically correct.
Yeah.
It depends on what region you're from. Your refrigerator, no, no, none of those compare to cherry Coca-Cola. Thank you for coming to that TED Talk.
No, I fully agree, yeah. Cherry Coke is fantastic. It's
I
man.
I would I would literally shave an eyebrow off right now for a can of cherry
Did
Coke.
you ever try the Tetris Coke?
Oh, Tetris Coke?
They had a Tetris flavored Coke.
What is Tetris flavor?
Gummy bears, I think.
Gummy bears.
To me, it tasted like a gummy bear dissolved in Coke.
Okay. You ever had the white Gatorade?
Oh, the Cummerade, yeah. Or Gator Cum.
Yeah,
Gator
white
Cum.
Gator white Gatorade tastes just like gummy bears to me. I had it one time before a middle school soccer game,
Gator Cum
and I'm
tastes
like,
like
wow,
salt.
this tastes it's like
Tastes like salt water.
white Gatorade tastes like gummy bears.
Okay, I think they changed the flavor because it used to
Right.
taste like cherries, and now it tastes like cum.
And how do you know what it tastes like? I'm just curious.
We don't gotta delve into specifics. I I
Thomas.
know women. I ask them.
Oh man, that's you do you.
I
Now
don't.
listen,
Bro, I'm
what
not gay.
do you prefer? I have to ask, which Gatorade type do you prefer? Do you prefer the screw off lid or the nipple lid?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask about flavor. Nipple lid all the way.
Yeah, nipple lid. Okay, what? Okay, I feel it changes for me. It depends on the color you get. If you're getting
I
like
think
the
the nipple
screw
lids
off
taste
lid,
better.
but for certain flavors, if you're getting
No,
like
for
the
all of
screw
them.
off lid, you got to get no screw off lid. I'm going light blue or red. You know, if I'm going with the nipple lid, I'm gonna go dark blue or maybe one of the other shades of red that are not traditional.
So here's the thing about Gatorade. They don't have flavors. They have colors. The flavors,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they have flavors written on them, but they taste like the color. The only color that tastes like its flavor is the dark green, the green apple. And let me tell you,
right.
that one is my favorite flavor. Get me a nipple lid dark green. Oh my god, dude, I'm in love. Like that green apple flavor is fantastic.
I've not had the green apple one like since I first tried it in maybe 2017, 2018, around that
Everyone I
time.
know hates it. I think it's like one of the only good Gatorade flavors.
I don't
I'm not a
remember
big Gatorade
particularly
fan.
liking it, but then again, I had it when it was like hot and warm, so I couldn't like really get a
Even
gauge for it.
better.
Really, hot Gatorade?
Dude, hot root beer is amazing.
I follow Dr. Pepper on Instagram. That's how committed I am, by the way. I follow them on Instagram, and
Dude,
they
I love the
posted
corporate
something
shit
about like,
posting on Instagram.
yeah, Dr. Pepper's one of them that does just just random posts, memes, and stuff. And they had one. It was like talking about a hot Dr. Pepper, which I've never had, never going to have. That sounds like a crime against
It's so
humanity.
good.
Have hot
That's the thing.
a
People do
hot.
that.
How do you heat up Dr. Pepper? Like,
In a
microwave,
kettle,
obviously, but I didn't know if you could put it in the microwave or not.
not the can or the bottle. No,
That's what I mean. Like, pour it out and then put it in a cup.
yeah, you put it in like a mug or a kettle.
It just sounds wrong.
It's good. It's actually fantastic.
Really, really, I do. I've got Dr. Pepper in the house.
Dude,
I
hot
don't
root
know if I
beer and hot
want to
Dr.
waste
Pepper
one.
are two of the best ways to enjoy those two things.
I just don't know if I want to, potentially waste one and it be hot.
If you don't like it, bring it to me. I'll drink it.
I don't know how far away you live and how it's gonna stay hot.
Just bring it to work. I'll microwave it. It won't go to waste, Landy boy. Or hear me out. Hear me out. If you don't like it hot, put it in the fridge and wait a couple hours.
But it's still gonna have like the heating process is gonna like change it, like flavor chemical makeup though, isn't it?
No, they boil it when they make it.
We're gonna get scientific here.
It was hot before it got put in the can.
What?
Yeah,
I've never really thought about how to make Dr. Pepper. That's not something that crosses my mind.
that's how they
I'll
make
just
all
down a
sodas. It
few
involves
cans.
boiling water.
I had no. I'm exposing myself really bad tonight. Just saying,
Bro,
I
go heat up a
really exposed myself.
go heat up a Dr. Pepper. I'll entertain these guys. Come back with a hot Dr. Pepper, please.
Don't I don't know how like in the microwave. I don't have a kettle.
Yeah, yeah. Just pour it in a mug, microwave it. No, no. Bring the mug out here. Bring
Right.
the Dr. Pepper in the mug, microwave it here, talk to us, and then try it like hot live on air.
maybe
It's worth
maybe
it.
if I come prepared.
I'll
Maybe
clip
if
it.
I
This will
come
be our
prepared in
first
the next
short.
episode.
No, no, I'll clip it.
Maybe if I
It'll
come
be our
prepared in
first
the next
short. It'll
episode.
be our first short. Come on.
I don't know how I'm going to explain to my folks that I'm taking a mug and a Dr. Pepper and I'm going to heat it up.
All right, take the mug. Here, I'm gonna teach you something about being a thief. So, so in your waistband right here, right? If you don't
Uh-huh.
have a belt, you can like tuck something right here. Sorry, I'm wearing Supreme. Yeah,
Oh.
you can tuck something right here, and then just put
Hmm.
your shirt over it, and then like tuck your belt like down here, so it like holds the item
Okay.
up, and then you can walk out with it right there, and no one's gonna see it. Even if you have your hoodie over it, like it'll be invisible. And then just be like, yeah, just getting a Dr. Pepper.
But then they're going to see the mug bulging out of
No,
my
they won't.
waistband.
I just showed you how to make it not look like it's bulging out. Cause look, it's gonna be sitting in like the very top of your waistband, like 2 inches down, and then your shirt's gonna be covering it, holding it in, like plus your hoodie. It's gonna be completely covered by other fabric. It's not gonna be bulging out. And then all you have to do is get out the front door, close it, and then you can hold it like normal. Here, I'll give you a live demonstration. Here's
Oh
my milk,
boy.
right? Here's my milk. All right.
Okay.
Here, I'll give you a side profile.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
it's,
Doesn't look suspicious.
it's
You put this.
some of the
Put this
weirdest.
right here. Put this over here, right?
Hey.
Then you got your hoodie.
Mhm.
Do I look like I have anything in here? Does it look like I'm concealing anything at all?
Not at the moment, no.
Yeah, and then you get outside and you pull it out.
I I'm gonna look something
Or hear
quick.
me out. You just grab a mug, you walk out. They go, "What are you doing with the mug?" And be like, "I wanted to try a hot Dr. Pepper."
Man, how long do you heat this up for?
Just give it like well, it's what's a can? 12 fluid ounces, right? Just heat it up for a minute and a half.
Is that you've tried hot Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, I love them. That's like a Christmas time tradition
Really?
or Christmas Day tradition. I should say the hot Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go inside. This might take a couple minutes, but I'm going to go inside. I'm going to grab a mug and a Dr. Pepper.
All right,
And I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
see.
sit
I'm
here
going to
and
first of all
entertain these
ask.
guys.
I'm going to first of all ask if the mic. Wait, I'm going to see if the microwave works in here. I'm going to bring you all over here to the counter with me, getting a big getting the big old view of this. So we're gonna see if the microwave in here will even like. Okay, the microwave in here works.
Perfect.
Okay, so real quick, you still hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm going to go see if I can grab a mug and
Mm-hmm.
a Dr. Paper, and I'm going to try to
Wait,
explain it.
real quick, Landy boy, what time is it? I just gotta ask.
8:40.
Damn, that's late. Okay, when you get back, I'm gonna make a sandwich.
Okay, so I can like explain to my viewers, I guess, what I'm doing.
Yeah,
But for about a couple minutes, maybe even a minute and a half, just entertain them, I guess.
yeah, I got you.
Please, no racist rants, nothing offensive,
I
nothing's
won't,
gonna
I
just pulled off
won't,
of
I
YouTube.
promise, I promise. I'll be a good little
Okay,
boy.
okay.
Oh, shit. Where did I drop? Oh, just a box. Okay, here we go. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy here. Benjamin City, shall we? With the upside down camper? I'll hold up the window so you can see it get filled with smoke. Hold on. Okay. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. The clouds are always like twice as big as they look on camera. I don't know what it is about cameras. They don't capture clouds the right way. Oh, I'm suffering over here. I mean, I'm not. I'm fine, but um,
Hey, what did I miss?
I was taking a
What?
bong rip for like half the time that you were gone. Just one rip.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all see the pour. I know y'all love seeing sort of stuff. We're gonna see the pour right here.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Oh.
let let the foam die down
Oh my god.
because more than half of this is foam right now.
Oh,
I'm freezing, by the way, so it
I'm
might actually
fucking
help me.
baked. Sorry. I
All right,
literally.
Thomas.
You were gone for 2 minutes, and I took probably like a 40-second bong rip during that time.
What I'm scared about is it's gonna start like foaming over and bubbling over.
It won't.
If it does, this is you're on the line.
If it does,
Okay,
stop the microwave, dumbass.
it's
Sorry.
always an option. It's always an option. Okay, here we go. We're gonna. I still don't know how long to heat it up for.
Minute and a half.
Minute and a half.
I think that'll be good. And if it's not warm, give it another 45 seconds.
Okay, here we go. I'm setting y'all up here with me just so I don't have to continuously move this around. Let me move this trays that we got in here.
Oh yeah, don't want no metal in
Very,
there.
I mean, even though that's what they're for is like stacking stuff. Hey, there we go. Got my
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
take a swig of this real quick, just as it is.
Yeah, you gotta remind yourself what it tastes like, of course.
Yeah, I've not had a Dr Pepper today.
I
Okay,
haven't had a Dr.
minute
Pepper
and a
in
half.
years.
Here we go, minute 30. Now
Alright.
while that's heating up, all right. So, were you saying anything while I was gone?
Yeah, so I went, alright, guys, I've got a pen here, and I'm gonna go to Benjamin City. And then I just started ripping the fuck out of it. And I was just sitting here and I was just sucking and sucking and sucking, dude. I mean, I was sucking so hard you would have thought I was making a blowjob video. And then I breathed out, and it was this gigantic cloud that looked like a dragon, and it like I was just suffering. And then I was like, I'm fine, I'm fine. And then I was just breathing for a second. I looked up, and you were here.
Oh,
Yeah, it was crazy. You ever had really vivid lucid dreams as a kid? Stuff that you can like still remember
no,
perfectly to this day?
not really.
Really?
Yeah, not really.
I have
I will
dozens of
say I've
dreams from when I was a kid that are like vivid 4K like multi-minute long like movies like unreal like superhero shit that like goes on in my brain like as a kid. Like I have one like
by the
super
way,
super long vivid dream of
10
me like
seconds.
being with the Power Rangers in the desert storming some like giant warehouse full of like evil robots that turned out to be Decepticons, and we like beat all their asses. That was pretty cool. Okay, it's ready. I had this
Okay.
one dream. This is like I remember this so vividly. I was walking through like a grassy field up to this like big green house, and it had weird like doors and windows. Is it warm?
Lukewarm.
Get it
Hold
warmer.
on, we're
Get it
gonna.
hot. Another minute.
I just wanna. I'm scared to like let it touch my lips. I'm afraid it's gonna burn me.
Oh my god. You said lukewarm.
Whew. Like the glass is lukewarm.
Oh.
Drink itself is pretty hot.
Okay. Is it
Okay,
good?
we're gonna nuke it for about another
wait,
20,
wait.
30 seconds
You
or
said
so.
it. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, I had this dream walking through this grassy field up to this like bright green like gummy jelly cartoon thing looking house with all sorts of weird like doors and
Okay.
windows cut out of it. And like, like I walked into a door, and I was in this like white and purple room that just had weird like stairs and square rounded objects, and like I don't know, it was some like backrooms type shit. And like I think about that dream a lot. Like I want to like physically recreate that entire building somehow, but I don't have the skills to do it.
Or the money, I would assume, because that's probably expensive.
Well, no, I could just download like Blender and make it. Yeah, like it'd be totally
I thought you
free. It
meant.
would just take thousands of hours.
Oh, I thought you meant in like physical space.
Oh no, no, no! Like just as like a video game to like walk through it or something.
I don't know if you mentioned that part or not. I might not have heard that.
I don't think I did. I think I was just thinking that because I'm really fucking high.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's steaming,
A little bit, yeah.
and I'm deathly terrified holding that over my keyboard.
Okay.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go. Are we clipping this?
Yeah. We'll make a clip out of it.
All right, just for
Trying the
reference,
hot Dr
I
Pepper.
love. I
Larry
spent a
Boyd,
whole
the
Dr
biggest
Pepper can on
Dr
this.
Pepper, biggest Dr Pepper fan on planet Earth, trying a hot Dr Pepper.
I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, that's. Hold up. It doesn't taste like Dr Pepper though. That's the problem.
But it doesn't taste bad, right?
It doesn't taste bad. No, okay, it tastes like hot chocolate if you take the chocolate out. Does that make sense? Do you
like
understand? You get what I'm saying? You
hot
get what I'm
chocolate
saying?
without the chocolate is water.
But there's still a flavor. I had to
Chocolate
explain
is
it
the
though. No, it's
flavor.
Dr. Pepper. It's not a Dr. Pepper flavor, is what I'm getting at.
You mean like it removed some of the 23 flavors?
It's like instead of 23 flavors, we now have like what,
It's like
12 and a half
14.
flavors?
Yeah,
You can say 12 and a half flavors.
man. So, so do you like
Maybe,
it?
maybe, maybe. I don't hate it.
Okay. I
I mean,
think
I'm
it's
gonna
pretty
finish it
good.
so I don't waste it. I'm not gonna waste it. I'm gonna finish it, but
Yeah.
I feel like this is gonna mess with my insides.
Not any more than a normal Dr. Pepper would.
Fair, fair.
Anyways,
So strange.
while you're pondering on your drink, giving your opinion on it, I'm gonna go make a sandwich really quick.
Hey,
So please
what should
entertain.
what should I talk about?
That's up to you, man. Be entertaining. Be yourself. Talk about whatever you want. Talk about Bill Belichick. Talk about sports. Talk about gambling. Talk about that
Okay.
Australian girl from KFC. Just anything
Oh,
that feels
okay.
natural. Have fun, man. I'll be back in
Okay.
like five
Okay.
minutes.
So, gambling. Let's speak about my first true love, gambling. Now, you can say it's bad. You can say it's dangerous. But let me tell you a personal story, okay? I don't know if I've told this on the show yet, but my first time ever gambling was right around the time I turned 18. I used to live in Kentucky, so I go back and I visit Kentucky quite often, a few times a year. Uh, and in a great state of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, gambling on sports at least. I don't know about casino betting, but I know at least sports betting is legal at 18 in the state of Kentucky, right? So I download FanDuel Sports, not sponsored. Maybe it was DraftKings. That's how you can tell I'm not sponsored. I don't know even which one it was. I think it was DraftKings, but anyway, I download it. I deposit $10 in, and because I'm new and they give me all these free bets and stuff, obviously I'm gonna get or okay. Because I'm new, they're giving me free bets. I should say because I'm new, they're giving me free bets, and obviously I'm using them. So I deposit $10 into this account, and I come out first time ever gambling with over $100. I come out over $100 ahead. So starting to like it, by the way. Um, I'm like, okay, I'm good at this. So I find other ways to gamble at 18 in Tennessee, legally, of course, legally. So I found a way to sports bet here. Now I'm not gonna name drop the app just because I don't want them to get looked at for allowing underage gambling. But I bet on UFC quite often. I bet on NBA occasionally. I bet on NFL, and I make a little bit of money. I make some money from it, and you know what? I don't hate it. Then I started looking into more casino apps online. I have one right now. I guarantee you I could pull up. Look at this, and it gives you 10 free cents to gamble with on a daily basis. Shout out to Yada or Yoda. So just I love gambling. Now, I'm not like addicted. I limit myself to 15, 20, maybe $30 a month if I'm feeling it, and I'm kind of good at it. Anytime I bet on UFC, for the most part, I make money. I mean, I my biggest cash out ever, I bet on a Madden game, Madden NFL online, two different people playing. I got to bet on two different people playing Madden. And I turned like $10 into 100 on a single bet instead of multiple like the first time betting on NBA when I first started gambling. So yeah, gambling is cool. Gambling is fun. If you have a problem with gambling, and I mean like if you are addicted, there's a number you can call. If you're not addicted, gamble responsibly like I do. That said, gambling is fun. Um, what else I want to talk about? Oh yeah, KFC. I feel like we have to keep mentioning this. Back in episode 6, I believe, we finally got an international call to go through. It was an Australian KFC, and it was in somewhere in Western Australia. You have to go back and listen here for the voice. But we called a girl, not really called a girl. We called a KFC there, and a girl answered, and she seemed into. She seemed pretty cool. She seemed pretty into us. So and into me because she can hear Thomas. Anyway, um, if you recognize this girl and she is above, legal age, she is 18 or above, let us know. Let us like we want to bring her on as a guest. We want to interview her. That was so cool. That was awesome. Uh, I mean, she seemed kind of confused at first, I think, but she seemed like she was in on the jokes and thought it was funny and silly, goofy, haha. Yeah. Now, KFC, by the way, I just want to throw it out there again. I have to keep saying not sponsored, but I absolutely love KFC. Get a. I don't know, like I don't know if I prefer the original like bucket chicken or the tenders. They're both good. I love them both. But let me tell you, I'm gonna put y'all on something. They got the tender box. Get that with them KFC sauce because they got their own sauces. Their own sauce, I should say. Exquisite. Now, while I'm on the topic of that, back in 2019, 2020, KFC had this uh, Cheetos chicken sandwich. I had it a couple times, one or two times, and that was the greatest fast food item I ever had. I want them to bring that thing back. I wish they would bring it back. But it's just they never have. They never have. And I've thought about like asking, reaching out to KFC corporate and being like, "Hey, are you ever gonna bring this back?" But they never do. They never do. So, um, if they ever do bring it back, just know I'm gonna be first in line for it. I'm pretty sure at one time they had one with a donut for a bun, which I never tried. KFC is always just doing crazy, crazy things with that stuff, though. Also, Burger King. I don't know if y'all remember this, but Burger King at one point in time had mac and Cheetos. So it was like cheese, like mac and cheese deep fried, right? And it was coated with Cheeto dust or cheese or whatever it is, Cheeto cheese dust. In oh man, where they it's deep fried in Cheeto dust, served with ranch. So good, so good, exquisite, like 5-star cuisine. And when I tell you that, like, I was upset when that stuff was taken off the menu, I'm not exaggerating. It was so good. It was so good. Now, KFC, Burger King, uh, all those, good, great restaurants. Again, not sponsored. I just love them. I love fast food in general. Uh, Thomas, of course, last episode told you his McDonald's order. I've never tried it, but I can put y'all on something else. All right. KFC, Sweet Lightning. I'm just kind of yapping, trying to fill time at this point. Mountain Dew Sweet Lightning from KFC. Uh, Another thing that is so so good, so 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 good. And like I don't know if it's a peach flavor or a mango flavor or what, but it is good. It is great. I love it. I love it. Trying to think what else. Trying to think what else I can yap about food wise. Um, McDonald's steak, egg and cheese bagel or steak, egg and cheese biscuit. I like the biscuit more personally. Man, I nothing nothing beats that. You may not think steak from McDonald's for breakfast, but ooh, it is so good. It's actually great. And I I've got the biscuit once. I tried it for the first time, and honestly, that is like my favorite. I was telling Thomas about this earlier today at work. It is actually like surprisingly good for fast food. It's the only fast food place I know of that serves a steak. I mean, like actual steak. Steak's like a little miniature thing, but it's really good. It's really good. I don't say that about a lot of stuff, but Subway as foot long dippers, I think is what they're called, or foot long pretzels too. Both of those, mm, great. Love them. Love them. Exquisite. Like, also, remember when footlongs were $5? We used to live in a great society. We used to live in a perfect society. And now, footlongs are like $16. What happened? What happened? Like, food is getting smaller too now. So, like, the footlongs, if you remember years ago, there was a controversy with that. Weren't even a foot long. They were like 10 and a half, 11 inches. Not a foot long. That's not a foot long. That's not. Uh, as you can tell, I'm struggling without Tom's here to guide me through. So, yeah. Other news tonight, Kentucky basketball played Ohio State. I'm a big Kentucky fan, as you may have picked up. And Kentucky lost, so that kind of sucks. Kind of really, really sucks, actually. Because Ohio State sucks at basketball. Um, where did Thomas even go? I mean, I know he went to get food, but like it's showing his icon that was having a moon on it idle. He's still gone. He's been gone for a while. Um, yeah. What else? What else? What else? Hot Dr Pepper. I mean, do I recommend it? Maybe. I give it like a 6.5. Certainly an experience. To say the very least. I don't. I don't know who come up with it. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. It's not the worst. I still prefer cold. I prefer just straight out of the can. I'm gonna have a little bit left in there. It's like freezing cold out in this already even recording, so you know. Um, that felt like I was swallowing like melted frozen ice cream. So it was like that makes sense. I don't know if it does. Um, crap. I have no clue what else to talk about. Tajikistan. Another shout out to Tajikistan. We love Tajikistan here. We want to visit someday. Last episode I called. Last episode. I guess yeah. It would be the last episode. Um, called a Tajiki. I know it's technically Tajik, but we call it a Tajiki, as we would say, breakfast restaurant. And I was saying like, hey, I'm from America. I'd love to visit someday. Can I see your what's your favorite thing on the menu? And he's like, oh, you want our menu? And I'm saying, I want to know what is your favorite item on the menu? What do you like? And he hung up on me. He hung up on me, which was quite rude. You know, not supposed to hang up on a valued guest, even if they do live, you know, on a totally different continent. Living in the best country on earth. I feel like he's just hating on, United States. The Australian girl, she was cool. Thomas has been gone for over 5 minutes. Oh, I'm not even keeping track. Should have kept track. Now, this might be the longest we've ever gone with just one of us. Oh, I saw a lot. I swear I saw a lot flash. That might be something. That might be something. Where's he at? Where's he at? Okay. Let me see here. Let me give y'all a movie recommendation while we're at it. Or not really. If do I want to do a movie or a show? Okay, I've already mentioned Queen's Gambit earlier. Watch that. It's on Netflix. It takes place in my home state of Kentucky. Pretty cool. Uh, it's about chess. It's actually pretty interesting. And then, movie recommendation I'll give y'all. Movie recommendation. I don't know how often I'm gonna do this. Probably not that often. Probably never again. But I highly, highly recommend. Um, Remember the Titans. It's got Samuel L. Jackson. Not Samuel L. Jackson. Crap. Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington. Remember the Titans is so good. So good. Denzel Washington is like one of my favorite actors. Uh, it's a football movie. High school football. Don't know what else you could ask for. Denzel Washington, high school football movie. If you're in sports, if you're not into sports, Forrest Gump. I mean, sure he plays football for like 5 minutes of the movie, but not a sports movie. Forrest Gump, great movie. He's back.
Hello,
Oh my
Laney
god, I was
boy.
getting so lost. I was getting so lost. I didn't know what to talk about. I was rambling on about Tajikistan and Dr. Pepper and fast food menu items that I enjoy,
I completely
and
understand.
I was giving TV and movie recommendations there at the end. Talking about gambling for a while. My first true love, gambling. So,
Well,
why,
I can't
the
sit
little
next to you.
rant that I went on?
Hold on. Let me get situated here.
So, what do you have prepared for the group?
Nothing. A sandwich.
I mean, like, what kind of sandwich?
Well, it's not exactly a sandwich. So I got a piece of just plain bread that I was eating, and then
Okay.
I got two layers basically of like half sandwiches. It's bread with melted mozzarella that I like fried in a pan, and then
Ooh.
salami.
Okay. I see you. See you. I'm still working on this.
Hmm.
It's it's very syrupy at the bottom. I should have
Yeah.
stirred it. Probably should have stirred it. I don't think we have any like silverware out here though. And like, how's your food, Thomas?
I don't know. I'm about to take the first bite.
Okay. I've got hot pockets in the house I could get if I wanted to, but don't really feel like it right now. I'm not really starving. I don't think I've ate anything all day, and I'm still not hungry. I can't believe it's already 9 p.m. I'd usually be like, we were supposed to be getting off around this time.
Yeah, that's wild.
I think that's insane. We left work like 4 hours ago.
It feels like we weren't even at work. It feels like we had a day off and we just stopped in.
And we got paid for it.
Hmm.
I mean, our next payday isn't for 2 more weeks, but
Man, this was
so I'm
fantastic.
it's good.
Yeah, I love making food, man. It's like so good.
It's understandable. Understandable.
This is like the most protein I could find in my house, so it's gonna work.
That reminds me of the discussion you had with a coworker earlier. Do you want
Yeah,
to
so
share that?
I work with this old guy, and he was telling me about how when he was my age, when he would jack off, he used to shoot ropes,
Oh,
so to speak. He used to make a mess, cause quite a splash, and that now it's more of a little like dry, you know. It's a crop dusting of would be semen, if you get my drift. I was like, The crazy thing about that is I've got this crazy supplement regimen that I went over on the show. I don't remember what episode, but I
Oh,
went over it. I hope it wasn't episode 2. I don't think it was. I think it was like
oh,
4
can
or
you
5. I
imagine?
think it was like 4 or
Can
5.
you imagine?
But I was talking about my cum supplements, and he's like, "That's pretty cool. Can you send that to me? I'll give you my number." I'm like, "Hell yeah, man!" Sent it to him. Like, this shit raises your testosterone, makes you come like a fire hydrant. It's fantastic. And then Landon walks over and goes, "What you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, just telling Rob about some supplements. I'll make him come a lot." You got the best reaction in the world to it.
I don't remember what it was, but
It's
yeah,
just a
I
face of pure shock and horror. Yeah, something like that.
something really, I can't really recreate it. I, like in those moments of like pure like shock, I cannot recreate physically the face that I make. Like it just comes out.
Hmm.
I realize now with the discussion that we're having, I could have worded that so much better. But yeah, it just kind of happens
Yeah, I mean, hey,
usually.
I'm helping an old guy, busting
He's not
busting a nut
that
again.
old.
He's like
Not
56 and
that.
400 pounds, dog.
Okay, real talk. Like, do you think he's you know
What? Has sex with his
like
wife?
like I'm getting like,
I
do you
know he
feel? I'm
tries.
gonna put this back in. I'm gonna put this thing back in, like these things back in real quick. Give me a moment.
Okay.
I I was
I
about to
know he
wonder
tries.
like why else would he be asking for that stuff? Is what I'm thinking.
I don't know. He's asking me about fitness
Like that's,
advice. Asking me how to get his dick working again. I think he's trying to
I
get in
mean,
shape and fuck his wife some more. I mean, bravo to that.
you're probably like the best person to ask in all of
Yeah.
our area though.
I'd bet I'm one of the only people in games that's had a three-way.
You could probably like actually start selling this stuff as like a a course online. You could.
I could be the next
I think a
Andrew Tate.
pizza. I think a pizza delivery just got here from my family. I don't.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm probably
run
gonna have to.
outside right now and go, yo, that's for me. And then be like, yo, can you come here? I'm doing a live podcast right now. Do you want to see? Do you want to be in front of 6,000 people? And just get them to come and be like, oh, hey guys, what's up? And then I'll be like, yo, chat's going crazy right now. They're hyping up the pizza dude. Yo, what's your name, bro? And she's like, oh, it's Clarence. Yo, it's like Clarence is the best dude on earth, bro. Hell yeah, go Clarence.
And then I have to tell them like, okay, unfortunately, this is being filmed, and for an audience of 3,
No, don't
including
tell him.
us.
Tell him we're live in front of 6,000 people.
I feel like he's gonna ask to like subscribe then,
Yeah,
and
you
then it's
can.
gonna all fall apart.
Yeah, and then after he's leaving, be like, yo, like, what's your channel name? And then you can tell him, and he can subscribe and see that we have 2 subscribers that aren't us.
One subscriber that isn't us.
However many.
Which, by the way, please, whoever our third subscriber that isn't me or Thomas, let us know.
Yeah, we're curious, man. Like, do you watch all these videos? Because we get about 5 views a video.
If you do, I'm sorry. I mean, like, have we got any more subscribers recently, or are we still
No.
at like? Gonna say,
God, I almost just choked. Thank God I got a white ass throat.
like,
Good for deep
but
throating Landon.
I, I'd love to know like who's
All
actually
24
watching
inches
this.
of them.
I'd love to know who's like actually watching this. So, 4 views,
It's
three
like a
views,
soda
six
can
views,
dirt.
6 views, 13 views. 13
My
views on
jaw
the
hurts
first
the day
one.
after.
What?
Did you not hear anything I was saying?
I mean, I heard it. I was kind of like, in one ear at the other.
Okay. Yeah. I was talking about giving you fellatio.
That's, that's awful. I
Yeah.
think yeah, food is here. I don't know if I'm gonna get a plate or what. Maybe I will later.
I mean, I got some food. Why don't you go get some? You haven't even eaten
I might
today.
I might give you a couple slices.
Yeah, dude, get a whole pizza.
Well, I mean, like it just got delivered. And okay, you know what? Entertain our guests for a few minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
go
gonna.
get a pizza, Landon.
Okay.
Man, I'm getting the meat sweats. I like how Landon's mic is sticking up there. It's like me when I wake up in the morning wood and it's pointing at me and I'm like, whoa, whoa, dude, splash zone. I told you about that. The thing is a mind of its own, I swear to God. Like, it keeps standing up to me, being like, hey, man, I'm harder than you. I'm bigger and better than you. I'm tougher than you. And then, I gotta beat it up and, like, it always gets sick and ends up vomiting. Man, I don't know what to do about it, man. I do know that I'm gonna hit my Benjamin one more time. By the way, guys, I will eventually get new light bulbs for my camper. Um, I just, I just hate spending money. I've already spent so much because of Christmas. You guys didn't see any of that smoke at all. That was a huge cloud, and you guys can't even see it. That's insane. Um, yeah, so, um, I don't know what the fuck to talk about, man. I got so many cool stories I want to tell, but like, it, you know, I gotta look up the statute of limitations to some of that stuff because I got some actually like crazy, crazy stories that like I really kind of can't tell for now. If this thing gets going for a few years, you guys might get some statute of limitation bangers, as Goblin calls them. But that's that's gonna take some time. Um, man, I remember one time I knew this guy. He's dead now, unfortunately. Um, he basically somehow like dropped out of school when he was like 12 and started like taking acid and smoking cigarettes and weed and oh, okay, he's back. I don't even gotta finish my story. That's fine.
Food secured.
Mhm.
Gonna have to. Okay, what were you talking about while I was out?
I was gonna tell a story about how I got a kid arrested on accident.
And when did this happen?
Uh, let's see, 2017.
Okay. And what happened?
Would have been September, or August probably. So there was this kid in my neighborhood that was kind of a legendary degenerate, so to speak. This kid was like Dennis the Menace times 1,000. Like, so he somehow dropped out of school when he was like 12. Started doing acid, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, drinking. He got on probation like before he was 13. He would
Hmm.
still do drugs on probation. He was on house arrest for getting in fights. Like, this dude was a menace to society, right? And I remember one of my friends, who was like the local underage vape dealer, was like, "Yo, slide to this dude's house," and like gave me the address, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm finally gonna like meet this dude. That's crazy." I was like so nervous to meet him, and we just like sat on his couch and like hit a vape for a while, cause there's nothing else to do. Like, he didn't have a phone or a TV or anything. Like, his house was like totally bare except for this one couch because his mom was trying to like punish him. And I was like, man,
That's
this sucks. And then his mom came home, and me and my friend rushed out the back door, and we're like, hiding on the side of the house, and she's like looking out the back door for us, and then we like run out to the street and start riding away on our bicycles, and then she like barges out the front door. She's like, he's going to jail because he out whatever. She's like screaming at him because he's on like infinite probation, and yeah, apparently he got sent back to juvie for
Mm,
like a week or something because of that.
just a week.
I mean, he basically lived there, like it wouldn't make a difference if it was a week or a year.
Yeah, I don't exactly know how juvie or any of that works. I don't know the sentencing process.
I don't know how long they're allowed to keep you, but I don't know. He never stayed for that long, a couple months at the most.
Mm. Have you ever been Tommy Boy?
No.
Shocker, shocker. No offense.
What?
No offense that you've never been. That's crazy.
Dude,
Shocking to me.
I I don't have a clean rap sheet,
Hmm.
but there's not much on it. Like there's nothing serious on my record. Well, all right.
But you've had run-ins with the law though.
A few, like three, I think. Um,
Really?
I mean, not counting like speeding tickets, like
Right.
like real crimes, like three, I think. Um, and only two of those actually resulted in anything. Um,
Hey,
let's just say when they happen to be at a place where I've been, I happen to not be in that place.
mm,
I'm pretty good at getting to other
av-
places fast.
avoiding.
Yeah, like it's not running from the police if they never initiated a pursuit on you. If you get out before they even know you're there, I don't think that's illegal. So I've managed to
Fair
avoid
play.
like serious consequences at like every point I should have gotten them, and I am eternally grateful for that.
Fair, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, I've also never had any. Well, I guess I don't know if that's enough to say also, but I've not had any run-ins with the law. Period. I have a clean rap sheet.
I tipped over a porta
Completely
potty
clean.
one time.
What kind of charge did that get?
I didn't get charged.
Hmm.
It was like the middle of the night.
There's
I was hanging
there's
out
no
with
way
some
that's a
friends.
criminal offense.
Oh, it is.
What would the charge be?
Vandalism.
Vandalism.
So it
Okay.
was like the middle of the night. I was hanging out with some friends. I think we were just like smoking cigarettes or something. And there was this porta potty, and I was like, "Should I tip it over?" One guy was like, "Yeah, why not?" And the other guy was like, "No, dumbass, don't do that." And I was like, "I kind of want to tip it over, just to see." So I just went up there and I just went, and the thing just went, "Meow." I was like, "All right, sick." They're like, "Well, now we gotta leave." And I'm like, "Okay, well, let's leave then." And we left.
Hmm. All right.
Have you seen uh, pictures of the Juice World mural in Chicago?
No.
Oh, so there's. I would encourage you to look up a picture right now. There's this like 25-foot tall mural of Juice World in Chicago, and the way you have to get to it is fucking ridiculous. It like you have to park on this like random side street on the what is it like northeast side of Chicago, and then you have to you have to. Sometimes the gate's broken down or fence is broken down. Most of the time, you gotta climb over the fence and then go under a bridge, and then there's this like concrete barrier with like a small fence around it next to what is it, I-90, like the main highway there. And then there's just this big picture of him like on the side of the bridge. And
Hmm.
yeah, I've been to that. It's pretty cool. although it's constantly littered with trash. Like, there's like a 3 foot tall pile of alcohol bottles, and it's like a 10, like think like a 10 or 12 foot circle by like 3 foot tall of just
Ooh,
booze containers. It's nasty.
wow. I would not expect anything else from Chicago.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, hey, you're the one who's like pretty much local though.
Yeah.
I've never been to the state of Illinois, period, but I know how Chicago is.
I
I
don't
don't know
really
about
think go
your
on a road trip there.
hometown.
I
Again,
want
I
to
don't know how
drive you
your
through
hometown was,
Chicago
but
and just like show you around. It's a cool ass place.
you take me to the Bean.
God, the
The Bean.
gayest thing in Chicago. Yeah.
The Bean. I don't even know what it's really called, but the
It's called
Bean.
the Cloud Gate. It's a bean.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it the Bean. Doesn't the artist who made it hate that name?
Yeah.
Well, womp womp, it's
It's
the
literally
Bean.
a big mirror jelly bean.
The Bean. It is
Yeah.
the Bean.
I mean, honestly, I guess once you see it, you're like, wow, that's a giant fucking chrome jelly bean.
Yeah, that's all it
Wow.
is.
And then you're like, all right, that's cool. Let me go look at everything else in Chicago. Like
Yeah.
the cool thing about Chicago, despite it being an absolute shithole, is that every single building there is designed by an artist and it has its own unique spot, and you can see it from a lot of different places in the city. And like every single building there, every single part of it is super unique and it's interesting to look at, and it's a really beautiful city to look up at. But when you have to walk through it and you're looking down at the street and you're amongst all the people there, you realize what an absolute shithole it is and you never want to come back.
Fair play. Fair, I guess.
If you go to Navy Pier with when there's a full moon around 10 p.m., the moon will be like right on top of Lake Michigan,
Mm.
and it does this cool thing where like basically the whole sky and the lake is totally pitch black, but all the waves get these little white shimmers on top from the full moon.
Ooh.
It is the coolest
Mm.
looking thing on earth. It doesn't look real. It looks like you're in like a
Right.
live painting or something. It's crazy. I gotta
Hey.
take you there just so you can see that. Like that's worth the visit.
Hey. The only thing worth seeing in my hometown is this place called the Mother Goose House.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just I don't know if I told you about this or not, but it's a house
Yeah.
with a giant green goose head on its roof.
Hmm.
You can look this up. It's on Google, right? It's called the Mother Goose House. And if you look that up, it's gonna show up as from my hometown. It's on Wikipedia page and everything. And at
Um.
some point, a couple of years back, during a storm or something, I don't know if it's a storm or what, it lost its head. They had to rebuild a new one, so they did like a whole like fundraising project to build a new head to put on this Mother Goose house.
Hmm. There's this building in
So it's
my hometown. The building is shaped like an upside down ice cream cone, and all they sell is candy.
hmm, okay. There's nothing else really cool in my hometown. I mean, my hometown used to have one of the very few two-story McDonald's in the United States, but it eventually got
Huh?
closed down and they turned it into a police station.
Aw.
Yeah.
Dude, the McDonald's by my house had the coolest fucking play place on earth for a while. I miss that shit so much.
Bro, you ever been to a Burger King with a play place?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Burger King play place was insane.
Wait, no. Oh no. Uh,
Did we lose Thomas?
I dropped my camera. Or knocked it over, rather. Where did it go?
Yeah, we're still
It's
seeing
so
black.
It's so dark in here, I can't see it.
I'm just seeing black, pitch black.
I know, I'm looking for the camera. Wait,
Okay, you just moved it. This is.
there it is.
I think maybe we should just keep the name Unqualified Show. Honestly, better that way. I think.
It's pretty accurate.
Okay, there we. Hey, we see you again.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Somehow.
I don't know how that happened, but yeah. Yeah, so I
All
meant to
right.
say, yeah, the Burger King near my house had a crazy play place. The McDonald's though had an outdoor play place.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fenced in like 10-foot by 10-foot cage, and it had a slide.
That's it.
It was like 3 steps up, and then it did like a 180.
That's the only thing that was in a play place with a slide.
Yep. I think it had like a teeter
No,
totter
like
in the corner or something,
I was about
but
to
that
say.
was like the main attraction.
I was about to say like no monkey bars, no jungle gym, nothing.
It had something in the corner, but yeah, there was like the main thing there was just this really tiny shitty slide.
Wow. I can't remember for the life of me if the one that I was talking about, the 2-story one, had a play place or not. I vaguely remember there kind of being one, and like beside the drive-through, but it still got caged off, of course. I
I
don't
Dude,
know
I would
if it was
have
there or
put the
not.
play place on the entire second floor, and I would have had like a fireman's like slide
Hmm.
pole thing straight into the deep fryers.
Oh, you had something like so like good going on. You
What
had to
went
throw in the
wrong?
fryers.
Oh,
Fryers.
where should it have gone? The freezer?
Just the ground floor.
I guess, but then you'd have kids just like falling into the restaurant. Like
That's
that's
their fault there. They need to get better at fireman polling.
Yeah, at least if they fall in the deep fryer, then they know not to do that shit again. If they just fucking splat onto the floor, the dumbasses are gonna get up and do it again. And then you're gonna have a building full of kids just splatting onto the restaurant floor.
I feel like whenever we do our episode about like exposés on like guests and stuff, we need to have like a whole segment dedicated to stupid kids and how dumb kids are.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
it's like uh it's like the one hypothetically that was on Goblet Toss possibly one day may or may not have been today, may or may not have even happened at all.
Tell them, Landy.
Hypothetical in Minecraft. This
In
kid
Minecraft.
cried because he didn't. Yeah, in Minecraft, he cried because he did
I
not get his
remember that.
prize.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hypothetically remember that one.
hypothetically in Minecraft.
I read this one Reddit post from an ex-Dollywood employee,
Mm.
and they were talking about a time that they were talking to a kid on Goblet Toss, and the kid said, "So what do I have to do?" And the guy said, "You have to get a ball into either a red
Mm.
or blue cup." And the kid went, "So if I have a red ball, it has to go into a red cup, and if I have a blue ball, it has to go into a blue cup." And the guy said, "No, the colors don't
No.
matter. Any kind of ball, as long as it gets in a red or blue cup, you'll get a prize." And the kid went, "So if I take the red ones, I have to get a red cup." And the guy said, "No, it doesn't matter what color you get." And the guy said, "So I have to get it in a red cup." And the guy went, "Sure," to start throwing.
That's that's about right
Yeah,
for the average experience running it.
something like that every time.
You know, like I'm still like curious of what we're allowed to say about our experiences. I'm assuming it's gonna be kind of restrictive. What we're allowed to say.
No, once we're not employees, it doesn't matter.
And that's what I'm getting at. Because like once we're no longer like under contract with Dollywood, we can say whatever we want.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
I'll say this. whenever guests ask me what the rules are to a game and I explain it,
Hmm.
and then they explain it back to me incorrectly, and I have to like explain it again, and like we just go back and forth like that one Reddit post I was just talking about,
Yeah.
I'll just eventually be like, you know what, man? If you want to play by those rules, go ahead. And when you think you won, I'll tell you that you didn't.
Hmm. Had to wait for my sister. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, there are some not so bright people,
Mm-hmm.
say to put it nicely, as
Yeah.
nice as possible.
Don't you hate when you like explain the
Um,
rules to someone, they repeat them perfectly, and then they do something other than the objective and go, "So I won, right? Because I did this." And it's like you, you,
toss across,
you know what you did. You know what you're
toss
doing.
across,
Yeah, like
toss
you know
across.
what you're doing. You know you're being untruthful.
And,
Come on, stop that.
well, that would
Don't
never
do that
happen
to
because
us.
they can never repeat the rules back anyway.
But sometimes
They
they
can never do
do.
that. Maybe like once per shift. If you're
I
lucky,
think it
maybe once per
happens to
shift.
me a little bit more because I don't want to say I'm rude with the guests, but I'm very straightforward. I'm like,
Right.
here's the rules, do this.
Yeah.
And then they start playing, and they're like, did I win? No. Okay.
Yeah.
You
There's just
know, like,
certain people who try to make it all about them. And again, we'll get into this in a future episode, but
and there's also a lot
I feel
of
like we need to start.
hosts that try to be really nice when a guest loses. They'll be like, did I win? They'll be like, oh, not quite. You had to do this, and but you only did this. But that's really close. Maybe if you try again, you'll get it. Guests ask me, they're
See.
like,
I
did I
try to keep
win? And I
a.
go, no, sorry.
I
Sometimes,
try to
no,
keep
I
a
usually
happy
don't say
medium.
sorry. I usually just go, no. Like, oh, okay.
I try to keep a happy medium, except I don't say play again. I don't ask them to play again.
We're supposed to.
The
I
last.
don't. I don't want them to play again.
Hey, you said it, not me.
I mean,
Yeah,
cause like
I don't ever
they
say play again.
usually like let's say you're on Toss Cross. That's usually like the first game they go to, and then they spend all their vouchers, and they don't get to experience the wondrous joy that comes from playing all the games at Dollywood. That's why I
It's just
encourage them to
goblet
go
time.
play other games.
Yes,
It's
so
it's
like
about giving them a better experience.
it's like usually if a game's been dead and I just want to like screw with somebody who's running it, if it's dead, I'll be like, oh, go play that game over there, and usually that starts a snowball effect,
Hmm.
and then eventually they are the most swamped, and it's mean, yeah,
Dude,
but I've
so
done it before.
sometimes like when a kid that like shouldn't be playing Toss Cross plays Toss Cross and loses inevitably, I'm like, oh, that's alright, man. This is a pretty hard game. You should go try Goblet Toss. That's an easy one. And then
Oh,
whoever's on Goblet Toss has to, take that poor kid's voucher. They probably lose. But because that kid went over and played, 15 more kids went over and played. And because 15 kids went over and played, 1,500 kids went over and played.
because 1,500 did, 15,000 are gonna play by the end of the day.
Yeah,
Generally, for Goblet Toss, that is not an exaggeration. That is an actual like good estimate for how many people can play Goblet Toss.
it is.
If you have a day with like 35,000 people going through the park at any, not concurrently, but like total. Say for example, 35,000. Let's say about 15,000 of them play games. Each and every one of them are going to play Goblet Toss without
Hmm.
fail. Without fail.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter
I don't know what it
what
is,
their
but
age is. They're gonna play Goblet.
yeah, I feel like if they buy more than two vouchers, they play Goblet Toss.
Right. It's typically like if they only buy one or two, they're only going to play like one game.
Yeah, they're either
If they
gonna
buy anything
play
more than that,
one of the two-player games or Toss Across twice
yeah,
or Balloon Pop or something. It's always one of those.
it's it's not really like a bad game if you have somebody in there with you. But if you're alone, it's gonna be a little stressful, a little painful.
Hmm. Dude, so we have
That's why I
switching
had you in
closed a
there with me.
lot due to understaffing. So whenever people are like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, hey man, can you open up the basketball game real quick? I'm like, nah, but
No.
you should go up top and play 3 point.
Mm.
Cause I,
Do you think we're
I,
allowed to?
I just love thinking about whoever's on 3 point getting customer after customer after
Mm,
customer after customer in the freezing cold or the scorching heat because Swisher is closed.
you think we're allowed to explain our idea of Diddywood yet, or do you think we need to wait until we're no longer employed?
We gotta wait. That's not family friendly. That's not human friendly.
Has any you said on this show been family friendly?
No,
No, no, nothing you say on this show is family friendly.
but
Which means I
n-
get that I'm the one trying to like keep us in line, keep you in check, but
yeah, but I'm
I
not
feel like it's too
talking
good money.
about taking a nationally recognized famous park and naming it after a sexual criminal.
It was your idea. What
I
about Diddy's
yeah,
3-point challenge?
yeah, but we'll bring that up at a later date. We'll go into the specifics of
Diddy's
it.
the Diddy's 3-point challenge has to be mentioned at some point.
Yeah, in January or February.
Yeah, there we go. Which I mean, it was a funny idea. I can't wait for the great guests to get to hear this.
I think we got to work out the specifics of it, like down to like every minute detail of like every store, every roller coaster, every shop, every food place, every restaurant, every vendor, every. I mean, we got to get specific with it. Every game, every bathroom, every smoking section. No, we,
Yeah.
we don't gotta get that specific, but we'll name a lot of things after Diddy or things Diddy did.
Yeah. We were doing some brainstorming earlier.
Do you remember that one time Jennifer Lawrence pulled a gun out of her purse, gave it to Diddy? He walked into the women's bathroom at a club and shot a girl in the face, killed her, got away with it.
No?
Oh, I do.
I mean, but I'm just curious, how long have we been recording this episode for?
That's a fantastic question. Let me look.
Because I made it this far without
Uh,
having to take a bathroom break. The only break I took was to get my Dr. Pepper and get my food.
2 hour,
I'm doing,
oh, 2 hours
doing
and
quite
12
good.
minutes.
Hey, we're doing quite good. About like 40 minutes to go.
Yeah,
Last
well,
time I took a bathroom break.
maybe 50.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I feel like a consistent length of a right around 3 hours should be fine. A little long. I don't think anybody's gonna listen to that completely, but still,
What kind of
it is
games
what
do
it
you
is.
think we should play for the next unqualified game night? I don't know if we talked about that
That
already.
is that is an amazing question. I feel like we need to play like a couple rounds of chess to lead it off, just because that needs to be a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like what are those? What other games are on that one website? I'm gonna open it up real quick.
I mean, I want to play
Just
some
see
like
what's on there.
actual games though.
I'll see. You want to play any like um, bingo, bombs and bunnies, checkers,
No, no, no.
hangman,
Like I got a
secret
decent
codes.
gaming laptop. I'll like let you borrow it. I'll download like all the games on. We'll play some Call of Duty. Like some old school ones. We could play
Never played Call of Duty.
we
I've
could
never
play
played any Call of Duty.
dude. We could play Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
down for that.
we could do fucking. I don't know. There's a lot of games out there. I don't play a lot of them, but there's a lot of them out there.
I need to get you on the NBA 2K game, get you on
Shut
that
up. I'm
grind.
not playing those. I
Hey,
don't play sports
it's
games. They're bad.
um, would you play UFC?
I have a couple of them. I had one
I have
on the
I have
PS3 that
UFC on
had Brock
PlayStation. Yeah.
Lesnar in it.
Well, Brock Lesnar is a beast. He's an absolute unit.
I love Brock Lesnar.
Bro, Brock Lesnar is just like such an interesting specimen of a human.
Mm-hmm.
College wrestler, UFC fighter, pro wrestler, UFC, yeah, UFC, NFL, WWE, and college wrestler. There we go. I got it.
You know who
Man has
else is
done
an
it all.
absolute unit? Jay Cutler.
John Jones, Jay Cutler, the football player,
Yeah,
the NFL quarterback, Jay Cutler.
that dude is massive.
I think we're thinking of two different people.
I don't think maybe just look up Jay Cutler off season, and you'll see a picture of him like
That's
eating something out of a bowl, and
okay.
he's like the
Okay,
biggest
so
human ever.
there's a Jay Cutler football player and a Jay Cutler bodybuilder. There's two different
Oh,
ones.
bodybuilder guy, that guy.
The bodybuilder one is 10 years older.
Look at that guy though.
Wow.
Massive man.
Yeah, that's not natural.
No, it's not. That's on
That's
steroids.
and not a single muscle in that body is natural.
Dude,
Not
there's this
one.
guy, Mike O'Hearn. If you want to look him up,
Mhm.
he claims to be all natural. That guy has to be on so many steroids. Cause he's like in his like mid 50s and looks like
Oh,
that.
I recognize him. I recognize him.
Yeah,
He's on a
he's in
bunch of
his mid
Instagram
fifties,
reels.
claims to be all natural. There's no way.
That's the different Instagram reels.
I don't believe a thing about that guy's natural.
Five. Yeah, I recognize him. I just didn't know his name, but I recognized him. Wow.
Have you
Okay.
ever done steroids, Landon?
I've not.
Do you
Do you
want
think I've
to?
done steroids by looking at me? Not really. No.
Why not?
That stuff has like some effects on your body and stuff, doesn't it?
Like what?
PP shrinks.
No.
That's something I've always heard.
Nope. Nope. It makes your balls shrink. See, there's two main side effects to taking testosterone specifically, not other anabolic steroids. There are other anabolic steroids you can take to make yourself absolutely explode that don't involve taking testosterone specifically. If you take artificial testosterone injections, though, the two main side effects you're going to deal with are hair loss, which is the main reason I
Okay.
don't do it because I got these big locks up here and I absolutely love them.
Yeah.
They're
Ooh.
not locks, they're
Yeah.
not twisted at all. I just got a lot of hair and I love it. And the other side effect is testosterone levels are directly related to sperm production. If your body is not making testosterone because you're injecting it every day, your balls aren't making any sperm, so they shrivel up to like absolutely
Ooh.
nothing. So you get funny balls and you lose a little bit of
Okay.
hair, but you get massive. Otherwise,
I'd prefer to.
see that's the thing. You take like oxandrolone or like Anavar, Winstrol, Deca. Um, there's some other ones, and not have those side effects and still get absolutely fucking jacked.
It's like I'd prefer to stay healthy and
I
not
want to see you
be
eat an entire chicken every day and
unnaturally
take
large.
steroids.
I don't even think I could eat an entire chicken.
I think if you took
I mean,
steroids, you
I've
could.
now listen. I could probably eat an entire pound of bacon, quite easily down the gullet, down the hash, really, really easily.
Easy, done.
Uh,
Just trim all the fat off.
I did that when I was like probably 10, staying at my grandparents' house, and they fried bacon for dinner. I ate a whole pound on my own.
Hmm.
So, hey, bacon's good. Love bacon.
All
I know
right,
I'm about to have some, Muslims mad by me eating pork, but
but
fuck it,
still,
it's the
just
real
think
world.
about it. 3, 4, 5 injections a week, straight into your thigh and ass cheeks, and all you gotta do is eat like 2 pounds of meat every day, and hit the gym for like 4 hours every single day, and you'll look like Jay Cutler.
I do not want to look like Jay Cutler.
Why?
I do not want to look like Jay Cutler. I just don't.
What's wrong with him? What don't you
That is
like about him?
unnaturally large.
Yeah.
Is unnaturally, scarily, like, large.
I want to look like him. Imagine if I looked like Jay Cutler in FWC.
I mean, that's up to you. That's up to you.
Do you want to talk about how I body slammed you into some toys at work today?
Yeah. So we're going to the big stock room in the lower games area of Dollywood, right? And this is where we keep like all our boxes and bags of prizes that haven't been brought out yet. So
Hmm.
we're over in one of the little corner where a bunch of the bags are stacked up with plushes and stuff. And I'd been talking to Thomas like a minute earlier, like, oh yeah, you think you could like? I was kind of like, no. Way it brought up, I'm like, oh, okay, I'd love to see you get in the ring though sometime and actually try this stuff you always hype up. It's like, oh, I could probably do it right here, like an RKO. And then not even 2 seconds later, he, you know, body slams me into this pile of you know, some sort of bag of
Octopuses
plushes.
and huskies and whatever else.
And I go like slipping down. I hit my tailbone on the ground. I didn't like hurt it or nothing. I just remember like it fell out from under me. So I go slip and hit the ground. I was like laying there trying to like get up, but I couldn't.
Man, I don't know how much you weigh, but you feel like nothing.
160.
You feel like 60.
Really? I mean, what's how much do you weigh?
About 230 right now, 235 maybe.
About 230. So you're 6'2", 230.
Yeah.
6'2", 230. I'm trying to think of your like wrestler comparison.
Man,
6'2",
but that was so much fun.
230.
I was like, man, I bet I could like RKO you into those plushies right now. And you're like, please don't. And I'm like, all right, then I just like picked you up by the waist and just went straight in. That was fun. Do you think I have what it takes to do that to someone in the ring?
Uh, Probably.
I mean, if it was that easy
Honestly,
to
yeah.
do, yeah.
Okay, 6'2". Okay, I found somebody who's exactly 6'2", 229.
Okay, that was pretty close.
I'm going. I mean, I'm sure you could like hit 230 pretty easily. 6'2", yeah, between 220 and 230. This is a Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay. You want to send one
That's
Discord? I'll show everyone.
dude, yeah, it's I've shown it. I've sent the link in the chat right now.
All right, all right. Let's see him.
And I'll send one to a specific
Oh,
image
what
too.
the hell? That guy does
That's
not look
yeah,
like I
that's dude.
thought he did, or like he
Oh, he's
would.
Japanese.
Yeah, but he looks
Japanese.
Mexican.
And then I sent you a second link that pretty much like shows off, I guess.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
honestly about your
he's
size.
actually really really close in like size and physique. Like we both got like a
6'2", 229.
wide abdomen, pretty big juicy pecs. Trunky
Right.
arms.
And that
That's close. Yeah.
keep in mind that dude has this physique at 40 years old.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah. But that's like he's
Wait, I'm looking at a picture of
pretty
him
much I
with
think
Brock Lesnar right now, and Brock's wearing a belt.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that is an
this
insane
would have been when they were
difference.
in Japan. Yeah, that's from
Like
Japan.
like Brock's delts yeah, that's the like extra shoulder are as big as Shinsuke's like pecs. Like
Brock's
that is an
everything is
unfair
huge
amount
though.
of muscle.
Yeah. I truly believe Brock Lesnar is natural though. I think Brock Lesnar is just a freak of nature. He's got to be natural.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now he is not, and the one way that you can tell if someone's natural or not is the traps. Like the
Hey,
the that like extra shoulder they have where it looks like a normal person bulging out of the shoulders. If they have those and they're that big, they're on steroids. Because right up there you have your androgen receptors, and if you take steroids, they fuck with your androgen receptors a lot, and that part of your muscles just blows up like without even working them out. That right there is the one way you
Really?
can tell if someone's on steroids 100%. Like look at Shinsuke's, right? They're round, okay, like they stick up a little bit, but they contour with his shoulders pretty well. You can tell he's natural because of that. And then look at Brock behind him. There's Brock is
Yeah.
a human coming out of his body. He has a second pair of shoulders. That's not natural.
He's just Brock Lesnar though.
Yeah, but that's not natural. Like you can't get that naturally. But no, Shinsuke, that's pretty impressive. That's honestly that would be a fair match.
Here's another one I feel like is kind of similar to your physique.
Okay.
Who's been in WWE for over 10 years at this point, but he's let me think. Six
Oh,
one two
yeah,
twenty
I've seen
five.
this guy.
6'1", 225. Yeah, Seth Rollins.
Huh.
I think he's quite similar to your size though.
Dude, we even got like similar beards and like hair and everything.
Yeah, I mean he's
Like this dude's like a like almost like a clone of me, dude. Like he ain't too far off.
just instead of majestic red hair, he's
Dude, we even got like the weird
brunette.
uneven ab like 4-pack thing going on. Like
Yeah, that's it's the man Seth Rollins right there.
yeah, no, dude, I would love to wrestle that guy.
Now listen, that dude right there, insanely athletic, gifted. I mean, even like coming off of a awful like ACL injury about 10 years ago, he's still like super insane. I need to send you highlights of him sometime.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna like send that guy a DM and like see if he's down to just like do it in his free time. Like I want to learn
I
from
mean,
that
he's
guy.
tour. I don't think he has very much free time considering he tours with WWE,
All right, I'm gonna ask him
doing
if I can
200
like
something shows a year.
if I can show up to a show a couple hours early and just like get in the square with him for a little bit.
You with zero experience wrestling.
Yeah, I just want to go up there and just be like, hey man, I'm pretty new to this, but I think I could do 80% of what you guys are doing. Like let's just go up there and have fun for a
No.
little bit.
Are you gonna get trained, or are you gonna do like try to get in-house trained from Sean, who may or may not have been fully certified from a wrestling school?
Is he?
He went to wrestling school. I don't know how you get certified, or if you get your official like graduation ceremony from that. I don't know.
Well,
He went to a wrestling school that is owned by a few people up in somewhere in Tennessee. I don't know where.
well, here's how I plan to practice. You're gonna send me matches and reels and shorts and all sorts of things about wrestling. I'm gonna watch
Mm.
them. I'm gonna study them. And then when it comes time and I'm in the ring with someone, I'm just gonna do them.
I would love to see that.
I mean, dude, if you think there's someone that would be like a relatively even match for me and could like, do the kind of things we're expecting to, and we could just get like one practice
Mhm.
round in sometime soon, I'd be so down to do it.
That's like the only problem. Is like I don't know when Sean's trying to get this thing started.
Dude, I don't even care if it ever becomes real. I want to do like one WWE style match with someone just for fun because I think I'd be good at it.
Right. So I think what I'll end up doing is I'll finish that slideshow presentation I told you about earlier that I'm making.
Mm.
No, and then whether you want to just like cover it on the show or just look through it on your own time. I feel like looking through it on the show would be fun, but like, it'd be like an in-depth crash course on like what pro wrestling is, the basics of it, so you better understand what's going on.
I think
You know,
I'd
we
like
can
to
we can
read
kind of
it
like,
on my own time to take it in, and then we'll read it on the show.
all right, and then you can ask me any questions on the show that you may have while like going through it on your own.
Hmm.
It might be quite lengthy. I'll try to keep it, as compressed as possible with as much information in as little time. But there's gonna be stuff that needs to be said about it.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, how did you enjoy the matches I sent you to study? Did
Oh
you end up
man,
watching all four of them?
I did. They were great.
Hey, what did you think about the ladder match one then with the three teams in it?
Man, that one was fantastic. I like watching people get slammed through ladders a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Which
just
for
so
anybody
entertaining.
who's unaware, any wrestling fans who may stumble into this, I'm talking about the Usos versus the Lucha Dragons versus the New Day. That's
Hmm.
the three different teams. I sent you Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels from WrestleMania 25, which is a lot of people's favorite match of all time. A lot
That
of
was a
people say
good
it's the
one.
greatest match of all time. Yeah, a lot of people say that is the greatest match ever.
Yeah,
It's up there for sure. Uh, Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy was
I
one of them.
love that one. That was so good. That was
And
my
then what was
favorite. That
the
was my favorite out of those four. Orton
and
versus
then what was the
Hardy.
fourth one? Do you remember? Yeah, do you
No,
remember what the fourth one was by chance? Either I don't remember at this point right now. But yeah, I
yeah,
sent him
no.
four
Orton
matches to
versus Hardy.
review.
Oh
Not
my
really
god.
review, but yeah. I sent Tommy Boy though four matches to study, so I'm getting to him. Getting to him.
Dude, honestly, Jeff Hardy's kind of like an inspiration for me now. That dude's like a flying squirrel in the ring. He's crazy.
If you saw some of the like stunts and stuff he's done though, like, back in like WWE loves to air these like do not try this at home packages before like every event they run. And I'm pretty sure that Jeff Hardy's like 80% of the reason why they have to air those packages now ever since the 2000s.
I
This man will
bet.
be
Yeah.
finding like this man will be jumping off of anything 10 feet or higher in the ground onto somebody. Would he
Mhm.
always stick the landing? No, but he'd still get right back up, finish the match, and he'd do it again the next match. He'd be
Yeah.
jumping off of anything he can climb.
Yeah. That
Man was
guy's
insane, like a
insane.
spider monkey,
Yeah.
like a spider monkey. Like he's truly one of a kind. Truly one of a kind. This man has done, a lot.
And the Triple H, crazy,
Triple
crazy
H, he's
performances from that guy. When he's doing the Spanish flies off the top rope, he does like the arms out
I don't
crossed with like that stuff's crazy.
I don't I don't think Triple H was doing Spanish flies. He's a little bit too big for Spanish flies.
No, I've
I'm
seen him do
surprised you know
one.
what I'm surprised you recognize the Spanish fly though.
I saw a video of him doing one with another guy, and they both did like a Jesus T pose, and it was crazy.
I'm surprised you recognize the Spanish fly name though. I don't know how you know
I've
that by
been
name.
studying
You've been
a
studying?
little bit, yeah.
I'm proud of you,
I
Tommy
I know
boy.
about like drop kicks and power bombs
Okay, so I might be
and
able to
spears.
remove some of that's already in the
No, put it in.
PowerPoint.
I want to read about it. I want to know more.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I was
Oh
watching.
man, proud of you.
Oh man, it was it. I think it was the Undertaker doing a spear, and there was a guy like climbing in the ring, and he like speared him out of the ring into a table. I think
Would that be the Undertaker?
I don't remember
Is it Roman Reigns?
him. Yeah, Roman Reigns. Yeah, yeah. I was
Roman Reigns. Yeah, Roman Reigns.
that. Yes. Yeah, I was watching. That's what it is. It was a compilation of Roman Reigns doing spears to people. I watched that. He's
Yeah.
insane with those. Like that move is
Yeah.
illegal in football for a reason, and he's just doing it to people just casually.
Yeah. No, Roman Reigns is actually The Rock's cousin.
Wow,
Yeah, he is cousin of The Rock.
nice. I did not
And
know that.
various like they're all Samoan and like the entire like family lineage basically has been wrestlers. It's like a lot of the wrestlers in the family. Well, I don't know if a lot of them do, but quite a few of the wrestlers in that family have married other wrestlers. So
Hmm.
it's like a bloodline full of like these crazy Samoan wrestlers, and they're all like surprisingly insanely good.
I was watching Hulk Hogan talk about how a lot of the wrestlers either marry women that work in the WWE or they get their wives jobs in the WWE so that they can travel together. Because otherwise, you're always on the road and you never see them.
No, I think a majority of them have like wives and kids that stay at home, and they'll visit them whenever they can.
Hmm.
That's like some of them are married to other wrestlers, like the Seth Rollins guy I've shown you.
Yeah.
He's him and well, his wife is technically not part of the company right now. It's a weird thing, but they're married. They would always travel together with their daughter. They have a baby daughter they bring on the road with them.
Hmm.
Two different wrestlers like though WWE who are married to each other though.
Who's your favorite
Maybe
old
you can
school
find you
wrestler?
a favorite old. Oh, bro, you ever heard of the Ultimate Warrior?
No. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yes,
look
yes,
him.
yes.
Ultimate, yeah. So my
Wait, the
Halloween
show,
costume in
right?
fifth grade was Ultimate Warrior. I
Wait, is
want you
that
to
a
look this
guy?
man up. Just yeah,
Oh,
Ultimate
I was thinking
Warrior.
of the show.
I want you to look him up.
Okay.
No, no, Ultimate Warrior. That's American Ninja Warrior.
No, there's a show called Ultimate Warrior.
But
Oh
yeah,
shit.
Ultimate Warrior. I'll send you the picture. This is my Halloween costume in fifth grade. I had the face paint. I had like a muscle suit. I had the arm tassels, the everything.
Mm.
That's one of the dudes that my dad first introduced me to when I first started getting into wrestling when I was 9 years old.
Hmm.
It's the face paint was insane.
All right. Hold on, dude.
How about
Dude,
you,
that's
Tommy
funny.
Boy? Who's your favorite old school wrestler?
Man, Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan? Yeah, that's
Or
a solid
no,
choice.
no,
I
no,
mean,
no.
he's
Actually, Ric Flair. Ric Flair for sure.
yeah, Rick's. Is it because the song?
No, I think we talked about this on an older episode. I just like the cultural impact that Ric Flair's had in general. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's been bigger than wrestling. Like, he's just associated with being a baller and looking cool and having tons of jewelry and like just being about cash, you know. And I think that's just cool. Like you don't get that kind of
Yeah,
influence for nothing.
yeah. He's. I mean,
Also,
he's
Ric Flair drip go
cute.
woo on a bitch. I mean, goes hard.
Ric Flair has a daughter who's also a wrestler.
I did know that actually.
Yeah. And she's like really, 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 really. I cannot stress enough. Really overrated. But they've given her the women's championships in WWE like 13 or 14 times just because her daddy's, Ric Flair.
Hmm.
Actually insane how many times this woman has been a champion.
Dude, you know that picture of Floyd Mayweather with all the money on the table?
Yeah.
I bet Ric Flair could do that and still have a lot of money left over.
Ric Flair is, he was still wrestling up until he was like mid to late 70s. Like he was having matches like just a couple years ago.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Dude is absolutely bonkers. He is not normal.
Yeah. Man, uh, do you remember in like the late 2000s when everyone had a crush on Kate Upton?
Well, not really, because the late 2000s, I'd have been like 3 or 4 years old.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have been like 7 or 8 at that age where like boys get crushes.
hmm I had an unconventional first celebrity crush.
Oh yeah.
I was like 6 or 7 years old. My mom was watching the Ellen DeGeneres show because every single
Oh
white
no.
mom loves the Ellen DeGeneres show, right?
Oh no.
And she was interviewing Sofia Vergara.
Okay. Okay, I thought you were gonna say it was Ellen.
No, no, no. She was interviewing Sofia Vergara, and I don't know what just clicked in my mind, but like that's how little 6 or 7 year old me realized that I was into Latinas.
Hmm.
And 12-year-old me was in love with Jen Ortega before it was cool, you know. And
Yeah.
now 19-year-old me is in love with 21, I think she is 21, 22-year-old Jen Ortega.
Hmm. I think my
As
first
far as
celebrity crush was Carrie Underwood, and then it went
she was
to
actually,
at Dollywood like 4 years ago.
yeah, she was
Yeah,
actually, yeah, before I was even there.
yeah. And then it was Gwen from Total Drama Island.
Ooh, yeah, that's a valid one.
So
Valid.
valid, so valid. And yeah, I don't think it ever went anywhere from there. I think I just stopped caring about celebrities.
All right, let me put you. Let me tell you. So, it went from Sofia Vergara to, I think, Jen Ortega when she was on the Disney Channel, and then I got into my wrestling phase, and it was just wrestling crush, wrestling crush, wrestling crush, because there were some absolute
Oh,
fine
oh,
women.
I thought of my new one. When I went to the midget wrestling show like a year ago,
Oh,
they had
okay.
two female wrestlers there. One of them was kind of hot. That one. That's my newest one.
Was it which? Is it the one that's in Pigeon Forge?
I don't know. I mean,
Was it
this one,
Little Miss?
I don't know who it was. I probably have a video on my phone somewhere. I could show you later.
Hold on.
You know what? Honestly, no. If you showed me that little pudgy face, I'd know. I gave her a
That's
couple high fives.
wild.
Dude, the wrestlers were so cool because I picked the like front left seat to the ring that and there was like a truck and trailer parked behind me. I didn't realize that they
Mm,
keep the midgets in the trailer. So as they were running out, I got to give them all high fives. Uh,
is that the one?
I I don't think so.
Okay. See, I can probably. No, that's not her.
I don't
Uh,
I don't even I don't know who ran the event because there's like a couple different midget wrestling people.
Okay. Mhm.
You know what? I could just I'll just sit here. I'll find it. I'll find it.
Okay. I found a wrestling fandom page, and it's just a collection of midget wrestlers, and there's like
Love
30 of
that.
them. Wow. Midget wrestling is like such a weird,
It's the
weird
best
like.
sport on planet Earth.
I mean, truly it is.
Yeah, I mean no doubt about it.
There's a whole fandom page for Micro Wrestling Federation. Check out
Wow.
roster. Okay, so it doesn't really have the whole roster on there. That sucks. Yeah, it definitely doesn't. Hey, was it? Uh, there's no shot at this chick,
I think it
but we're
I
gonna
think it
we're
was at
gonna
a
try to.
Micromania event if that narrows it down. But I am searching to confirm.
Yeah, I mean, I just sent you a picture
No,
in the
not her.
Discord chat.
Not her.
Okay,
Also, she would be way too old.
okay,
If it helps you, maybe you could look up the wrestlers that were at the Wonder Lake, Illinois event specifically.
okay. You have any idea what the date was?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Hey, what
It
do you
it,
know?
it
What
was
year it would have
last
been?
year,
Hey,
I think.
2023. Was what city?
Wonder Lake, Illinois.
Wonder Wonder Lake or Wonder Lick?
Wonder Lake.
Wonder Lake midget wrestling.
Oh,
Micromania midget wrestling, Wonder
yeah,
Lake,
yeah, yeah.
Illinois.
Oh,
Alibi Pub.
I got a video of the two girls in the headlock. Holy shit.
Oh, you got that?
It was from June 2023. Yeah, it was one of the two girls there, and she's pretty
Mania.
hot. Let's see,
Okay.
June 2023. All right.
I've found the poster for it, I think. Maybe.
Oh, no way.
I don't know if this is for the event you were at or not, but I found a poster for Micromania. Hey,
Hold
control me. There we go.
on. Let me find you a good video of her really quick.
Oh boy. I think I see the one you might be referring to is on there.
She's
Maybe.
wearing a white shirt and black leggings.
I mean, maybe she's wearing something different on the poster then. This is like investigative journalism right
Let
here.
me see. Let me see. Let me open up this. God damn! I don't want to fucking. I don't want to go to Instagram. Just let me look at the picture.
Yeah, this.
It's hard to tell. It
Is
looks
that
like a
her?
really low quality picture.
If you just click on the one to go to Instagram and then click X on the when it asks you to log in.
Oh, you can do that?
Because it's advertising for Wonder Lake, Illinois, so this might be the one.
No, what? It says my account's suspended, and I have to enter a phone number to get a confirmation code to. I don't think I can
Okay, let me
access Instagram on my computer.
like if I sent you that, you couldn't
Oh,
see it.
there we go.
No, you could.
I can look at that.
Ha!
She is. Let me get one with her face in it.
Is that her?
Oh, hold on, hold on.
I'd highly doubt I found one with her in it.
No, she's not in that one.
Ah, see, I thought you might have been referring to the one on the bottom right.
It's close, but no. Here, I'll send you the video though on Snapchat.
Okay.
It's the one with the white shirt and the black leggings. I'll send you a couple videos
Okay.
from that night. It was insane. And midget wrestling is
Legit.
easily like the best sport on planet Earth.
When came and grabbed you. Okay, so you're talking about the one in the leggings, all right.
She got a nice ass too for a midget. I mean, damn.
No, shut. Oh man, that was okay. I can find her name. Romania.
Oh my
Roster.
god.
Micromania athletes.
Oh my.
Okay,
Oh
I
my
found the roster
god.
page. I found the
Dude, I'm watching these videos
what?
back. Dude, these girls are fucking violent. I remember that too. Like they seemed like they real deal hated each other when they got in there.
Yeah, I sent you a link to
Oh fuck.
the-
Oh my god.
what?
Just
The
look at
roster page.
I'm sending you these videos, dude. Just look at Snapchat.
Okay. Oh wow. And I wonder why do they have that looks like a full scale ring set up for the midgets instead of like you know,
No,
a
no,
midget sized ring.
it's a midget-sized ring. It's like 6 feet by 6 feet.
Oh.
Oh, they had too tall there. Who else? Oh, Shy Taylor. That's who it was.
Oh, so found her?
Yeah, yeah, Shy Taylor. Yeah, let's see, she was
There we
there.
go.
Uh, I think Masquerita Dorota was there.
Masquerade Dorada.
Who else?
I recognize some of these people. A lot of these people wanted to become, you know, micro wrestling from Pigeon Forge. I know. Oh, El Torito used to be in WWE.
Mm-hmm. Who else? I'm trying to see who the other guys were. I don't think they got him on here.
Oh man, Big Papa. So that dude's in micro wrestling now. It's Andrew the Giant. Bro, I want you to scroll, find Little Miss Firefly. I just want you to look at Little Miss
Yeah, it's
Firefly with me.
disgusting. I don't want to look at it.
You know her, or you recognize her?
No, but I see it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Dude, Jay Savage looks like he does meth.
From Micro,
Yeah.
Lucha
So
Smurf and
I think it
Smurfette.
was I think
They
the
had
videos I sent
Smurfs.
you, I think it was Shitayla and Bobby Joe fighting.
My Taylor.
And then they had Too Tall doing commentary, uh, and then Dorada and someone else doing. Oh, and then that's right. It was
25
Dylan. It
cent,
was
bro.
Dylan Michaels, mini Johnny Depp doing uh the fight with Dorada.
25 cents, one of the greatest things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's great. That's insane.
Yeah, no, Shitayla's kind of hot though.
Bro, shout out Shy Taylor.
Yeah, shout out Shitayla, dude. Trying to get piped down, let me know.
Gave Thomas an awakening that he is into midgets.
Oh, I've been wanting to fuck a midget for a while.
Hey, well,
Like think about it, right? Let's say you get yourself a nice like 3-footer, right? That means their head is about a foot, their torso is about a foot, and their legs and feet are about a
oh,
foot.
oh man.
If you're like me and you're half an inch longer than an iPhone 7 Plus, do the math. That is more than halfway up the abdomen of said midget. You gotta think the lungs and heart take up about half of that. And there's that
No.
sternum, right? You got
Oh,
the sternum right here, which is that little like muscle bridge that holds your lungs up.
no.
I'd be hitting the sternum and not be all the way in. I'd be giving her
No.
heartburn and
Oh,
not be balls deep.
oh. Thomas. Thomas. Let me
Think
let me
about it.
take it for like the worst thing you.
Think
That
about
might
it.
be the worst thing you've said this entire
Not just
episode.
rearranging her guts, but moving her lungs and heart around them, going so deep. I'm not digging at her stomach. I'm
That
digging in her chest.
that may be the worst thing you've said all episode.
I don't think it is.
I
I'll say something worse. I guarantee it.
I mean, how much longer do you want to run this thing for, though?
Oh,
It's
that's a great
like,
question. We're probably at 3 hours.
yeah, I mean, that's typically the shooting point.
Oh, dude. Oh, shit. It's 10:22. We're definitely over 3 hours.
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
oh. No, no, we're not.
Oh, where are we at?
We got about 15 minutes.
You're just kidding me,
I didn't think we started that late.
bro. What? Feels like this episode's been going on forever.
It does. It feels like we've been here for like 4 hours.
I swear. Oh man, I what is there else to talk about? I feel like we kind of covered a lot of the stuff yesterday.
We did. And we have to talk about stuff tomorrow. That's crazy.
Well, are we guaranteed to record one tomorrow?
Yes.
You're joking me.
I mean, I'm down if you're down.
We don't have anything to talk about. It's the
Yeah, we
problem.
do.
Like what?
Life and stuff and things.
We're running out of ideas right now.
No, we're not. Look, I have an idea right now. The school
Hit me.
shooter from Madison, Wisconsin. It was a
Oh,
15-year-old girl, and she was a femcel 4chan user, and she often did this sign, which most of you know to say okay or something, or just be like cool. Sometimes it's a gang sign. If you're on 4chan, this means white power. She was a white
Oh,
supremacist, radical, neo-Nazi, 15-year-old femcel girl from 4chan that decided to shoot up a school.
you don't really have many female shooters though.
Yeah, they're always transgender.
I like a lot of them the past few years have been like the one in Nashville definitely was. I don't remember the one in Nashville. The one in Nashville was.
Yeah, I'm saying like all the female shooters always are conveniently transgender.
And then everybody starts like, well, I guess all the online community starts immediately supporting them, being like, "Oh, they're just misunderstood.
Yeah,
How
something
dare
like
you
that.
kill somebody? They're misunderstood."
Hmm.
That's just not not the brightest.
So, I don't know if you watch these kind of videos, but do you ever watch like live police action videos?
Occasionally, watch like a lot of PD and stuff too.
Have you
Whenever
ever
it was
watched
on.
videos of police going into schools and attacking shooters? Man,
Excuse me, no, I'm not.
that is I don't know. Man, these shadow puppets are getting wild. I don't know.
Oh,
uh,
I've not been focused on them.
yeah, man, I watched this one. It was the Nashville shooter. The body cam footage of that cop is wild. Like he's like, you see him running past people. He's like, where are they? Over there. Where are they? Over there. He's like, cool, cool, running towards him. Got his gun out. Sees him at the end of the hallway. Just goes, pop, pop, target down. It's like, holy shit, that guy's badass. I saw another one. There was a
Like that.
guy going crazy, like shooting up a crowd at like a, what do you call it, like a parade or something. And this cop just like
Sure.
pops the trunk, pulls his AR out, and he's just aiming over the roof and just goes, just one shot. You see over the radio, target down. It's like, damn, that was badass.
I mean, a lot of those cops are nice with it.
Yeah, yeah, they get surgical with it.
I mean, they just like precision pinpoint accuracy, no scoping them.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think I'm a pretty accurate shot, but man, these guys impress me.
I mean, like they impress anybody. Shout out to cops, man.
Eh,
Just triple shout out to
shout out to the
cops.
cops that don't give people tickets for loud exhaust or speeding. You guys are cool. The rest of you, man. Oh, an anti shout out to the cops who were chasing my black friend on episode 1.
When are we gonna have your black friend? I'm sorry, the way you phrase it is your one black friend. That's Thomas's words, not mine.
I don't even know what his
Uh,
name is. I just call him the N word.
when are you gonna invite him to be a guest on here?
Whenever I find out what his name is, so I know what to call him.
No.
I can't just be like, yo, N word, what's up, man?
So what you'll do? So what you'll do, right?
Yeah.
Is you'll be like, we'll do our whole intro, then you'll be like, and our guest today, is gonna introduce himself, blah 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 blah, blah.
Uh huh.
And then you find out his name,
Shit. How much you want to bet it's something black as hell?
Latravion,
Yeah, or like Jaquise
Travion,
or something.
Latrell,
Yeah. Darnell
Lamar,
James Ornithal Jr.
Orenthal James, Simpson Brown, or Simpson, yeah, Orenthal James Simpson, Cleveland Brown. My name is
Cleveland Brown.
Cleveland Brown.
And I am brown to be right back in my home brown with my new brown
With my
Ellie.
new
Yeah, there's
family.
old browns
There's
and new
good
browns
friends
and
and good
even a
friends, and
brown.
even the
Through
bear.
old browns and new
Good
browns with
times and
good browns
bad
and
times
brown.
and good times to share. I'm getting the lyrics confused. There's true love to share. So now I've found a
Forever
place
brown
where everyone
is
can know
brown.
my happy mustache
Dash
face.
brown.
This
This
is
is
the
the
Cleveland
Cleveland
Show.
brown.
By the way, like, why would they make a whole show about Cleveland?
I don't know, but it was
Like they
pretty
took
good.
they still took the worst of the three side main side characters to give a show to.
Hold on, you think a Joe Swanson show would have been better?
Like a Joe Swanson prequel show. Would've been
Oh,
cool.
I agree. I fully
Imagine a
agree
Joe
now.
Swanson prequel before
Joe
he lost his,
Swanson as a cop
his
with
legs.
legs. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that would go
And
incredibly
then a
hard.
Quagmire show though.
No, there'd be a lot of rape.
You ever seen the episode where Quagmire invades the Simpsons for like a cutaway gag?
Yeah.
And it's like the worst thing that Family Guy's ever done. It is the worst thing that Family Guy's ever done.
Yeah, man, there's
It
an
is so
episode
bad.
where I don't remember which of the three shows it was, but Cleveland is sitting in Bob from Bob's Burgers diner eating,
Mhm.
and then I think Peter walks in and is like, Cleveland, what are you doing here? And he just like looks at him and doesn't say anything. Uh, yeah, I don't remember where I remember that from, but I rarely did a crossover with all three at some point.
Well, the Lego Simpsons is like I don't just think it's like a crossover, but still, it's one of the best episodes ideas ever.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You never heard of the I think it's called like Brick Like Me or something.
Nope.
They made a whole Simpsons episode, and it's like revolved around like Springfield is in Lego form.
Hmm.
Basic premise of it is like I think Homer and Lisa start bonding. They build like a whole Lego town together, and then something happens where Lisa's going out with friends on a night she's supposed to go out with Homer to some Lego convention, and then Homer gets depressed and he's like, "Oh, I wish I lived in Lego form or whatever it's called in that universe," and he gets transported to it. Again, I could be getting some of the details wrong, but that's how I remember it.
Hmm. I
Pretty cool
remember a
episode
lot of the
idea.
Treehouse of Horror episodes. Those are always my favorite. Seeing new ones come
See,
out
I
every
wasn't a big
Halloween.
fan of them.
Oh, I
I
thought they
wasn't a
were
huge
great.
fan of them. I like just normal Simpsons.
And
They're not
then,
like bad or
was
anything.
it
I
the
just
Simpsons
prefer
movie where they had the
Simpsons.
dome put over Springfield?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they had the
that was a
Spider
good one.
Pig. Spider
Yeah,
Pig does whatever the Spider Pig does.
man. I think of all oh god, who's like the main voice actor in all those shows? Seth MacFarlane. I think of all the,
I mean, a
uh,
Family Guy.
yeah, I think of no, because he did like the Cleveland Show and like Futurama and
Yeah.
like all sorts of stuff. I think of like all those
Well,
animated.
Futurama was the same guy that made The Simpsons.
Oh, Matt Grauer, I think that's his
Matt
name.
Groening.
Yeah,
Matt Groening.
Groening. Yeah. Anyways, of all those like late night animated TV shows, I think American Dad was the best.
Good morning, USA.
Specifically, my
Got a
favorite
feeling it's gonna
episode,
be a wonderful day.
the one where his Steve's or Stan's dad is passing away, and he
Hmm.
goes to collect the inheritance and finds out his brother got it. Or no, his dad passed away. He found out his brother got the inheritance when he was supposed to, so he goes to see what his brother's house is, and it's in like the side of a mountain in like I don't know, Nevada or something. And he's got like this like VR room where you like put a suit on, and Chris and like whoever his brother's kid is are playing like full 3D games where you like feel the bullets when you get shot. And man, that was a fantastic episode. Or the one where Stan has a DeLorean that he's been restoring for years, and he finally finds the missing door he needs for it. And he goes to
Dang.
get it, and he's like racing the other guy and like fighting him to get the door, and then at the end gives it up.
Hmm.
Man, like
Hmm.
such a good show. Or just like the entire story
I
of
think
how he
about
saved Roger.
what is that one?
Something
I'm not watching
happened.
a lot of American
Something
Dad.
happened in the CIA headquarters, and Stan was doing some fighting, shooting stuff. And I think he like got knocked unconscious, and Roger got loose somehow and like saved Stan's life. So Stan kidnapped him and like lets him live with him.
Hmm. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's a fantastic show.
Yeah, I'm
No,
still
actually, I
taking
changed my
Family
mind.
Guy
South
over
Park's
it.
better. South Park is.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting South Park is the
yeah,
best animated show. Everything else is under that. We're talking about the best show under South Park. It doesn't get better than South Park when
man.
you talk about meta jokes and just making fun of everything
Yeah.
that could ever be made fun of.
Now, if we're talking like best shows when you look at it as a whole, though, like I'm taking BoJack Horseman, man.
God, you always
I
say
love
that,
BoJack
man.
so much.
Have you watched
I
Wilfred
love
yet?
BoJack. I've not got a chance to yet. I don't even know where
Oh
I
my
could find it.
God.
I've been meaning to. I've been meaning to though. I
Pirate
swear.
it. You guys didn't hear that.
Huh?
Pirate it.
I'm sure I could. I'm
Yeah.
sure I could. I plur every UFC fight I watch. I plur every boxing match I watch.
Mhm.
I do a lot of that. Every football game.
Yeah. Just pirate Wilfred.
Yeah. Now, as I was saying though, BoJack Horseman is so good though. It's so good. You have no idea how good BoJack Horseman is.
I do because I've seen it.
It's incredible. It's like my favorite show ever for a reason. Well, not favorite show, but favorite animated show.
Mhm.
Top five show, top three even. Right.
Man.
You cannot tell. The last three episodes of BoJack Horseman, it's like probably top 10 ever. Final three episode run for any show. Up there's like Breaking Bad. Like View from Halfway Down
Yeah.
was that's like the second to last episode, I think. That is just chills every time I watch it, man. You know the one I'm talking about?
No.
A View from Halfway Down is like it's the episode before the last one. It's like BoJack's having the he thought he's dead and he's like he's having his final dinner with like his mom and Sarah Lynn and Secretariat and all the people that have died in his life that he was important to him. And then they all have their like performances on the show. You know what I'm talking about now?
I haven't
How do
watched
you
that
not,
show in a while. Like since it
bro?
came out.
I watch it like at least once per year.
That's like me with
I
The
rewatch it
Office or
once per
Breaking
year.
Bad.
Okay, yeah, Office. I watched it a long time ago, and then I watched it like on reruns occasionally. But Breaking Bad is number one for me in terms of any show ever.
Yeah, for me
I
it's a toss up between
genuinely love
Breaking
Breaking
Bad
Bad.
and Sopranos.
I've been meaning to watch The Sopranos too. I got a lot of shows I got to get to.
I feel like Sopranos
I gotta
kind of
watch.
falls off towards the end of season 6, which is the last season.
Right.
But the first 5 are definitely some of the best television that's ever been made. It's really up there as a toss up between that and Breaking Bad.
I still got to watch The Wire too. I've heard that The Wire's pretty good.
Oh yeah, dude, The Wire, House of Cards, Lost, Gilligan's Island. I still gotta watch all that shit.
Gilligan's Island is such a random thing to throw in there.
Yeah, especially because I have
Gilligan's
seen
Island.
Gilligan's Island.
There's this show we watched whenever I was in 10th grade. It was Designated Survivor.
Mhm.
And so we only watched a few episodes of it, but it was pretty good. It's about like the designated survivor rule in government.
No.
It's like no, every year they do the State of the Union where like the president goes out there and talks to like pretty much all of United States government at one time.
Okay.
They pick one person from that president's cabinet to be taken up to a secure location separated, that just in case of a national attack on the Capitol where they're giving the speech, there will be somebody new to become president. Because if everybody in government dies, there's not going to be anybody to be president. But if there's one person left alive, guess what? That person can be president. So basically, that's what happens. The first episode, the Capitol gets bombed while the president's giving a speech, and then this new guy has to become, president when he's just in the cabinet. It's basically like a whole show about this like very, very, very specific scenario that's in the laws of the United States.
If,
Pretty good.
dude, okay, if everyone but one person in the government got just bombed and murdered all at once at a State of the Union address, and then that
Hmm.
one guy came out of his bunker and went, "I'm the president," we'd all go, "No, I think we're just done with this."
No, that's like it's like the governmental thing. It's like one member of the cabinet has to be put outside, and that if
I know, but
everybody else in the cabinet and the president dies, he becomes president.
it's such a stupid measure, though, because if the entire government gets wiped out except one dude, we're not gonna rebuild it. We're gonna do something else.
Listen, I didn't write the rule, okay? I just know about it.
Yeah, but I mean that guy's fucked. He's gonna come out and say he's the president and then not get the job.
Well, that's not what happened in the show. They just made him president, and everybody seemed to just kind of go with it.
You know, on Gilligan's Island, they crashed a boat on an island and had to survive for a little bit.
I've not seen Gilligan's Island, but I'm aware of the plot.
It's a pretty good show.
It is.
Yeah,
From what I've seen, it is.
it's like what's that movie with Tom Hanks? Castaway. If it was
Yeah,
funny,
Castaway.
it's like Castaway if it was funny and had a crew. Castaway is pretty
Hey,
good though. I like the scene where he's
Castaway is
like
like
where
so
he
good.
has the ice skating shoe that he's like using like
Uh
look at his tooth and he has to like knock it out with it.
huh. It's like Castaway is such a good
Did you
movie because
know
it's like
the Wilford face is actually an occult symbol?
did not know that.
Yeah, it's a pagan worshiping symbol.
Wilson. I love how like the
Do you
movie's
think you
so
ever
good and like
fucked Wilson?
80% of it. Huh?
Do you think you ever fucked Wilson?
Oh, he had to have. He had to have at least once.
I bet that's how the hole got in there.
I mean, like you. I mean, he was on the island for like what, like 4 or 5 years.
Something like that, yeah. A
He
while.
was on the island for years. He's bound to have been getting a little bit, desperate.
Yeah. Desperate times call for desperate Wilsons.
Like, but like I was gonna say, like 80% of the movie is just like him. It's like there's like the beginning and end of the movie. There's a ton of people, but most of the movie is just him and his volleyball, and it's
Hmm.
such a good movie.
Yeah.
I just love Tom Hanks in general, man. I just love Tom Hanks.
Oh, I love him in
It's a
Catch Me
good
If You
movie.
Can.
Catch Me Hand's a great one.
Yeah. That's also one of my
And
favorite
then,
Leo films.
yeah. Now I will say I watched Captain Phillips earlier this year. I didn't really like it. Captain
I
Phillips is
haven't
weird.
seen it.
It's like the one where his ship gets taken over by Somali pirates.
Oh, I saw a clip of that.
See, yeah, I was thinking of one a second ago. The Terminal. I love the Terminal.
Hmm.
You seen the Terminal?
I don't remember much of it, but I know I've seen it.
Yeah, where like he's trapped in the airport because his country gets overthrown.
Hmm.
Yes, it's like Tom Hanks is phenomenal. Shout out Tom Hanks.
Shout out Chet Hanks.
Who?
Chet Hanks, his son.
Don't know who that is. Oh, his son.
So
His
he's.
daughter was in Forrest Gump.
I did not know that.
Yeah, one of the kids on the bus.
Oh. So Chet
You were
Hanks,
saying?
his son, he's this like super alpha white bro. And
Mm-hmm.
like he made this song called White Boy Summer and it went viral
Right.
and news people were hating on him for being white. And then he started doing a Jamaican accent and some
Hmm.
other black lady was like, "Do you want to apologize to the Patois people for doing a fake Patois accent and offending their culture?" He's like, "Oh nah, man, there's I can't do the accent." But he starts doing the accent. He goes like,
Right.
"It's all good, man. It's all good. They're cool with it. It's okay."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "So you don't want to apologize for this?" And he's like, "No, no, I don't want to apologize for it." And I'm like, "Man, I love that guy." So yeah, shout out
Right.
Chet Hanks. Shout out Tajikistan.
Shout out to Tajikistan one more time.
Yeah, shout
Shout out
out
KFC.
Tajikistan two more times.
Shout out to Tajikistan three more
Shout
times.
out Chicken Burger. It's a restaurant in
Shout out.
Tajikistan called Chicken Burger.
Yeah. Yeah. Negative shout out to that guy that hung up on me on the last episode.
Negative shout out to the girl that hung up with me 3 episodes ago.
A
Triple shout
million
out.
times shout out
Yeah,
to
a
the girl.
billion times shout out to the girl
Shout
that
out.
Landon almost bagged from that one
As long as
KFC.
she's over 18. As long as she's over 18, y'all. Please, I need to mention that.
Yeah,
As long as she's over 18.
man.
Got anything else you want to, Matt?
Yeah, I want you to get that fucking KFC worker, dude.
Please! If she's over 18, and I cannot stress this enough, let me know.
Yeah,
I need to rekindle what I had.
yeah. He's genuinely in
Anyway,
love. He was talking about you at
I
work today.
I was indeed. I was. Okay. Got anything else you wanna talk
No,
about?
I think this is a good point to sign off.
Okay. Let me see here my list of ideas.
Yep, gotta pull up that
Okay.
Google Doc.
Here we go. Listen. So remember to use your signal, tip your waiter unless they suck, and also remember to thank God every day that you are not a Swiftie.
That's fantastic.